Hey folks, welcome back to TSMC Trader. Another day again. I'm not gonna start like the Monday or Tuesday. That's gonna be disaster. I'm expecting a good price action today as well, like yesterday's morning session. I'm gonna expect the same price action today's morning session as well. Okay, so hope it's gonna be another good day and another good boom. Hope so. We'll see if we can make the boom. Okay? Please let me know if you guys can hear me perfectly and everything is good. Who else is over here? Let me know by saying hi, hello, something, okay? Don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if you are new. Now, I always ask for the likes because if you give me the likes, the YouTube algorithmic things or all of these things, maybe it will be activated by your likes. So that's the payment for my service. I'm giving you the service and you are giving me the payment by pushing the like button. If you don't like it, push the dislike button. I'll have some idea about the things I'm doing over here. Okay, so please don't forget to push the like button and write down something to the comment box so that I can know exactly to whom I'm talking to. Where are you, brother? My question to you, where are you right now? Hey RS, today you are late, brother. You are second. Took your place. But thank you so much, brother, for being over here. Good morning, and thanks for the penguin, RS. Short, good morning. Seth, it's been a long, brother. I don't see your name. By the way, how are you, Seth? Good morning to you. Wonder, good morning. I'm new here. Welcome to our community. I hope you will like it, man. How long you have been here? Just let me know that, okay? You are new means like when did you join? Hey, Eagle Sniper, how are you, sir? I hope you are cool, brother. That is loud and clear. Thank you. Hey, Geeta. Kuba, hello, sir. Kuba, stop over trading, man. Please. NQ, hello, brother. Kuba, I need some screenshot, payout screenshot from you, brother. I don't care like anything about yourself. All I care, I need the screenshot from you. Okay, I'm fed up. I'm fed up by seeing the screenshot from Zaid, from Suzivan. I don't wanna anything from them anymore. I would love to see the screenshot from you, brother. So please stop over trading and give me some payout screenshot and then go back again for over trading. Okay, so do shit with your stuff, but first follow the rules. Stop over trading. Give me some payout screenshot, then go back. Hey, NQ Trade, how are you, brother? Hey, Teza, good morning, brother. NQ Slayer, good morning. Hey, NQ, you are here, man. I'll be very careful about my word. Hey, Belmont, thanks for the penguin. Reminder, okay, thank you. About 1 week. Oh, okay, you are not new anymore because if you spend 1 week with me, means you are already older. But thank you so much, brother, for joining our community. I hope we all will learn together by helping each other. Hey, Kuba, share now. Share now? What do you mean by share now? Just stop over trading, man. Trader Straban. Hey, brother. Thanks for being over here. Thank you so much for joining. And I would love to wait a bit more, okay? Are you okay, brother? I'm cool, Eagle. I'm really cool. Thanks for asking. By the way, Eagle Sniper, are you my sister? Because it's knocking on my mind that Eagle Sniper was the name of a girl, if I'm not mistaken. So you are my sister or brother? Just let me know that, okay? So far I remember you are my sister. I can be wrong, however. Mm, I really would love to wait a bit more so that some more people, like at least 60 people to join at first before going for the prize action. Okay, I can see Sophia is here. So my mod is also here. Everyone, please be careful. If you say something wrong, you are gonna get blocked. That's for sure. Please make sure that you all have pushed the like button. 45 people are watching, 19 likes. Please go back, push the like button. It will take just 1 second. Come back again. Hey Murshad, good morning. Good morning, brother, and evening, whatever it is in your area. Good morning, good evening. Thanks for being over here, Murshad. Why I'm not getting the screenshot from a lot of you guys? For example, Murshad. Then the other guy, like what was his name? Belmont is okay. Uh, Let me see, Seth Hunter. Then like, why you guys don't give me the payout screenshot? Don't tell that you are still not profitable. Hey Jamil, bom dia. Tudo muito bem. Obrigado. Obrigado, brother. Você fala português? Brazilian português? Pouco, pouco. Uh, okay. I don't think so. It's better to wait because I can see that it's stuck at 45, 46 people. So let other people to join uh, altogether. I mean, let them join. However, today's Thursday. I'm expecting a good price action today. Not kind of like tilting, nothing. Just should be a beautiful price action around this morning session. We have a news around 10 a.m., which is a red folder news. As you can see here, course PCE, I mean PCE price index, which is not CPI. It's kind of PCE. Okay, I know you know better than me this type of news. However, this is not CPI, so some of you can think that this is CPI, not CPI. It's PCE. PCE. Okay, because of this PCE, it's not that much impact. There is no impact, actually, not no impact. There is not same impact like CPI, something like that. But however, we have to be very careful about 10 a.m. So in my opinion, best area to trade is from 10:01 to 11:30. So that 1.5 hour, 1 hour and 30 minutes gonna be the best area to trade in my opinion. I will patiently wait for this news to release at first, then we'll try to go for the trade. As I'm expecting good price action, I'll let all the barricade at first and then I will jump to the trade. It doesn't mean that you have to do the same thing. If you find something good, go for that. I don't want to give any boundary to you guys because I have noticed that because like last time when I was rewatching my stream, I was listening to myself and I was seeing that I'm literally forcing you guys not to take buy, sell or something like that. I should not do that. I hope you will understand that, man, I care too much. And that's why maybe sometimes I force you not to go for the trade. But don't give me a shit. If you feel good, go for the trade. If you don't feel good, don't go for the trade. It's your freedom, okay? I will try to control myself, not to give you any sort of uh, pressure, not to go for buy, not to go for sell, or go for buy, go for sell. I'll try to stop myself to say this to you guys. Okay, I'll try my level best. However, just make sure I'm gonna trade after 10 a.m. New York local time. Feel I'm following the rules is the best thing of trading. You have to follow the rules. If you have no rules, means you're not a trader, you are a gambler. And if you are a gambler, you won't be able to last here for long. You will like today or tomorrow you will quit. You will quit, that's for sure. So I really appreciate you guys, if you follow the rules. I would love to follow the rules. Red folder news around 10, no trade is for me. For example, tomorrow we have a red folder news around 9:45 a.m. I'm not gonna take any trade until 9, I mean 9:45 a.m. The news will release, then I'll go for the trade tomorrow. Today I will wait for 10 a.m. And this is the chat. Let me see how many likes did I get. 69 people are watching, 28 likes. Guys, can you please push the like button? Just push the like button. Don't overthink, okay? Nothing is going to happen. Your credit card is not gonna get, like, it's not gonna be empty. If you push the like button, not even a single dollar, single cent is coming to my channel by your like. So please push the like button. Here, so far this is the price action. I would love to start from the daily chart because yesterday I know that there was some confusion. Sophia, Kuba, you had some confusion. So let me actually go through this at first. Now, Kuba and Sophia, this is for you, okay? Because I'm gonna talk about yesterday's price action as you have asked, and I told you that today's morning session will be more than enough to understand this. Both of you are my member, so both of you have watched the last members only live where I have explained how to look for this low, that high, then target that high, why this law is important over here, why this is important, why the market should not take that low. It can take this low as a liquidity clearance and then should go higher. If this low is taken, market will come to this deep discounted area. It's gonna be long-term consolidation. So whatever your expectation is about a swing low from daily or weekly chart. Okay, I'm not coming to weekly chart because it's a bit messy and it's long-term explanation. So I will start with the daily chart. So in daily chart, You are not going to get thousands of the swing low, thousands of the swing high. You are going to get some specific swing low, swing high. For example, here you can see there is a swing low around this area, small swing low, swing high, swing high, small swing low, swing high, swing low, high, low, high, low. Every single swing low has an impact for a longer term. That means if this swing low is taken for a longer period of time, I have to switch the bias from bullish to bearish. That means I have to look for the sell side liquidity. This low should be protected. I'm watching my daily chart, my weekly chart. They are kind of some sort of chart you have to do every single weekend. That is Saturday, Sunday. You have to come here. You have to look for the swing high, swing low, which is going to be important, which should not be taken. Depending on that range or the dealing range, quadrant level, premium discount level. Depending on that dealing range, quadrant or the premium discount level, you have to find out which swing low should not be cleared, which swing high should be cleared. Before going for that swing high, which swing low maximum market can clear before clearing that buy side liquidity. All of these things has to be done by your daily chart. Now here, this low is important. Market should not clear that low, because if the market clear that low from the daily chart, okay, if the market clear that low, there is a high probability this market will come to this area, which is deep discounted area, to that main leg. All of this price action is inside this main leg. So if the market clear that low, it can't simply reverse from there. It has to reach in a certain level, which is a higher time frame point of interest. In that case of scenario, market will come to this deep discounted area. As the market came here, deep premium area, it has already given me the idea that this high is going to be cleared. And then when it fall, it should not come to this deep discounted area, because if it come here, it's going to be a long-term consolidation. It doesn't mean that while it will come here, it's simply fall, take that low. It's not something like that. It means if it come to this area, to this leg, either it's gonna be long-term consolidation in between these two, or maybe it will fall. Maybe it's not something like it must be take this low, can be fall and clear that low. That happens most of the time, and then it will go for the buy side liquidity. That means when it will come here, still I'm not expecting this is going to fall and take that liquidity exactly over here. Still I will be bullish. I'm not bearish, still I will be bullish for some sort of consolidation expectation. Okay, something like that. So I am not one-sided anymore, but at least I know that I'm gonna get some sort of retracement. It can be happen until equilibrium or the deep premium area, or maybe above this high, above that high, then fall again here to that low, over here that low, then maybe respected some sort of gap here, fall, clear that high, then simply take it, trade here, fall, and take that liquidity. This is the best case of scenario, but this is going to happen from the daily chart. So from the daily chart, first you have to identify which swing low or swing high should be protected. How do you know that this market should not go over there? Remember this line from the daily chart, because this is going to be important on 15-minute chart. That means this swing low should not be cleared by any means from the lower time frame. I don't care what is happening over there. From my higher time frame, all I care, this low should not be cleared. If it is cleared, market is not one-sided anymore. It's going to be consolidation. So I will be like, it will go higher, I'll look for sell. It will go lower, I'll look for buy. Higher buyer, I mean, sorry, higher sell, lower buy, higher sell, lower buy. I will look for that type of things. As long as it is not cleared, I'm one-sided, I'm bullish. So just remember this line. While I'll be in lower time frame, you will see this line over here. Now coming to this 15-minute chart, here this is that 15-minute chart, this is that line. Okay, just remember this low should not be taken. This is the lowest low over here. That means if this low is taken, market has more probability to go for that low. That has much more probability, because it came to the last FVG here. It came to the last FVG, reacting from the last FVG. It should not violate that low. The market doesn't need to go below that low one more time, because there is no unfinished business from my 15-minute chart. If it go below this low, it means it's going to go for the next low to take that low or to build the some sort of sell side or strongest sell side liquidity before any sort of retracement or consolidation, that type of things. So my expectation, this low should not be cleared. Here, you see, you remember this buy side liquidity, so I'm gonna mark all of this buy side liquidity. Okay, so all the buy side liquidity is over here, like just marking all of them. Okay, so yesterday I actually marked these highs. Okay, so remember this high and that high, I just marked them, but this is the extreme high. As you can see, market has cleared over here. So when it has cleared all of these highs, I'm just, as in hindsight, I'm marking it. Yesterday I just marked until here around this buy side liquidity, and I told that opening gap 50%, that should be at least the target for the market. The opening gap 50%, you can just simply go over there and you will see how beautifully it worked over there. Now today I'm just gonna mark here because market just not only cleared these highs but also cleared all the highs, trade that new week opening gap. Before closing, I told that this market should not come over here because depending on this premium and discount over here, this is the high, this is the low of that specific leg. This low has cleared all of this liquidity. This high has cleared all of this buy side liquidity. So it should not come to this deep discounted area. If it come here, it can be like consolidation for longer term, and then it can fall for this low, that low, or maybe it will just keep falling. Now you know that this line should be protected from your daily chart, from your daily premium and the discount. Absolutely, it was perfectly respecting the area it should respect. So from the daily chart, premium and discount are being respected. But from 15-minute chart, if it come here, it doesn't mean that I will start to think that market is going to take that low and then finally going for that low, and then finally all my analysis are going to be broken, which I have done by daily and weekly chart. I'm just not going to think like that way. I don't want to see it will come over here. The best area to reverse is from here. If still it come over there, this is the last visit to that specific leg from the 15-minute chart after clearing the buy side liquidity. Now on the what to say, I mean the study folder, there is a one video according to this premium and discount where I have explained how the market come from the deep premium to the deep discounted area. So when the market will clear all the buy side liquidity, just watch that video one more time because it's now important. You should watch that because these questions arised both of your mind. So in that video, if you open that video, you will be able to see that I have talked about this in a very specific way. How did I talk about that? Think like this is the buy side liquidity. Market failed to clear that buy side liquidity. Okay, it failed to clear that buy side liquidity. In that type of scenario, if it failed to clear that buy side liquidity, in that type of scenario, it can fall, but it will never be able to fall for this deep discounted area. If the market failed to clear that liquidity, it should not go to the deep discounted area, marking that leg. Okay, so for the sake of this conversion, I'm gonna put my buy side liquidity here. Just think this is the buy side liquidity, and you have seen market cleared the sell side liquidity. It came very near to this buy side liquidity, failed to clear this buy side liquidity. This market has zero possibility to fall for this deep discounted area. Deep discounted area zero, nearly 0%. It has the possibility to fall. If it fall here, it means that type of consolidation you are now going to expect. Market is going to do that type of consolidation. Then it can fall for this low, and all my job or all my PDRA from the higher time frame can be broken if the market failed to clear that buy side liquidity. When this market has cleared all the buy side liquidity, there is no other buy side liquidity left. Now if this market, how do I know that this is a continuation, like it is keep going higher? The best area after clearing the buy side liquidity, the best area for this market to reverse is from this upper quadrant level, 50% maximum, this deep discounted area. Why? Market has cleared the buy side liquidity. There is no buy side liquidity left over there. So it is in deep premium. It can come back again to this deep discounted area or the last FVG. Then I will take my decision. Is it broken? If it is broken, the last FVG is broken, market is interested about that low. If the market failed to break the last FVG, then it has a possibility to go for this area by marking the new leg market came. So from deep premium, clearing the buy side liquidity, came to this deep discounted area. I will mark the high and the low of this new leg while the market started to reverse. I will wait until this market is not coming to this deep premium area. I will wait for the retracement. That means market can retrace if this low is not protected from my higher time frame, daily chart, weekly chart. So as you know, this low is protected, more importantly this low, because this low is cleared. This low has traded the last FBG. It has been cleared, means market is going to go for that low. If this low is cleared, market is going to break all the weekly PDR and market will fall for that. So it is a protected low. This line is a protected line. Market has zero possibility to fall and take that low. If it takes, market is going to consolidate. So it is a protected low. I'm not gonna expect that this market is going to take that low, as this low has traded last FVG. It doesn't left any job over here. Finished the job, market fall, came to this last FVG. I will expect this will first come to this premium area, then some sort of retracement. It will keep going higher. After clearing the buy side liquidity, it can fall for the deep discounted area. Now, why did you talk about this? You can ask me, why did you write it down? Should not come over here. Now, first you have to understand that while I was marking them, I was watching the chart from my 15-minute chart. Just before the closing, I just marked the 15-minute chart as my when I was marking all of these things. Okay, my whole day expectation was that buy side liquidity. So my job for specifically yesterday was that buy side liquidity. When the buy side liquidity has been cleared, the job is done for that day for me. Okay, so most of the time what happens, market will come here, it will keep consolidating rest of the day, and then finally it will just closed around here in between this leg. Market will just keep consolidating and finally it will just close like that way. This is how it happens most of the time. Look over here what happened. Like market fall, this is that price action around the morning session. Market fall here. Look, just market was around the same level inside this leg. See here, inside that leg, all the price action was inside that leg. Just look every single day. If you look over here around this area, just let me see where is the morning session. I think this is the morning session. So here market reached until here, rest of the day market was just like this way, like here inside this leg. Let me show you this, here to here. Okay, inside this leg. Okay, this is that area. Market was most of the time it was inside this leg, and finally just a bit fall. What happened actually when the job is done? Yesterday, maybe that day the job was something different. Here the job was something different. Here my job was that buy sell liquidity. So I was interested, and that was a very bold statement. I'm only bullish. I'm only looking for the buy sell liquidity. I just marked these highs over here, and now I'm showing you that high. This is the only thing I just changed over here. Nothing I have changed. I told the job is only to go for that buy side liquidity. I don't care about anything else. While it will clear that buy side liquidity, reach to that level, start to look for sell until the 50% of that specific leg, until the 50%. So I framed both sell here, and I tried to take the buy here, failed to take the buy. So framed a buy over here instead of taking the buy, but I framed the buy over here. You remember, right? My job was here to here, and then just retracement. Rest of the day it should be consolidation. Something happened yesterday. I really don't have any idea why it happened like this way. This 150 minute, 250 minute, 315 minute candle was extremely strong. Like this is not right price action, weird price action. It seems like very weird price action to me. So in this area, if you have any confusion around this area, what should you expect? Cleared the buy sell liquidity, traded the new week opening gap, retracement is happening. How far it can maximum fall to this gap? I was watching the 15-minute chart. The job is done. I didn't go my higher time frame. I was not looking for the new levels. I just simply tell that it can simply fall here and then it will consolidate for the rest of the day. Okay, so the maximum fall here, consolidation rest of the day. That was my expectation. But if I were trading maybe around the morning session, I didn't trade, then I would go for that from daily, weekly chart again, or at least from the daily chart to see can the market take that low. If I know that this low should not be cleared, I have noted that buy side liquidity has been cleared, didn't leave any buy side liquidity. Remember, it was marked here, so I didn't know that this all everything did it clear any buy side liquidity or not. I was just seeing here buy side liquidity has been cleared. It can build new buy side liquidity, maximum fall here. then maybe it will consolidate the rest of the day. Whatever it is going to happen, let it happen. In that period of time, just add that video inside that study folder to understand when it can go to the deep discounted area. Just remember, cleared buy side liquidity, didn't leave buy side liquidity, market can fall from deep premium to deep discounted area. Add this part with that members only live, then the whole project is gonna be clear to you. Now, is that understandable to you or not? You got the point. So here, that was the best area for the bullish. Again, bullish doesn't mean this type of expectation. I was not expecting this. I was just expecting it will be inside this specific leg. That would be highest high of the day. That is gonna be the lowest low of the day, and market is gonna be like inside this. But this was really so awesome. I mean, extremely bullish. So here, when this market will come here a bit higher, I'll look for sell again, then buy again, then consolidation rest of the day. That was the expectation over here. Trump tweeted about tariffs. Oh, okay. So Trump actually did this. Okay, I didn't know that, brother. Thank you so much for saying that. So, Sophia, is that true? All on all time frames, market can go to deep opposite PDRA level if it has cleared. Of course, man. It is all from it. Price is fractal, but you have to give the highest priority to the higher time frame PDRA. That means this lower time frame PDRA can be broken. It doesn't mean that your higher time frame PDRA is gonna be broken as well. It means if it failed, for example, it failed to clear that buy side liquidity, still it could fall for this lower, I mean, deep discounted area. Very rare, but still it could do that. It doesn't mean that it's gonna take that low. This 15-minute time frame is a very small time frame comparing to daily chart. So if I know that this low is very sensitive, if it was that low, for example, this low, which didn't finish the job, I really don't care. I really would love to look for this premium and discount from 15-minute chart. I would love to look for that type of things. But when this low has been created and I know this low is very sensitive, it has done all the job. If the market take that low, it means market is going to take that low. If this low is taken, my whole weekly expectation is gonna be broken. This low is taken means market is going for that low. So I don't want to see this low should be, I mean, to be taken. So from 15-minute chart, if this market fail to follow some PDRA, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna expect this low is gonna be cleared. Yeah, I will of course wait for this low. If I saw the last FBZ is broken, now I will think that okay, the last FBZ is broken, there is a possibility market will fall for that low. Maybe my higher time frame, which is weekly and daily expectation, is wrong. Market is going to take that low, and then finally market is going to be long-term bearish instead of long-term bullishness. Otherwise, I have to be very careful. While the market has cleared the buy side, it can come to the deep discounted area from the deep premium without clearing liquidity. 0% possibility to fall for this deep discounted area. After clearing the liquidity, high probability market will come for this deep discounted area. That is high probability market will fall for this deep discounted area. Otherwise, if it is like extremely bullish, it will work with the upper quadrant and just keep going higher, keep going higher, keep going higher. As you can see over here, market went higher, worked with the upper quadrant to that new leg over here, just here to here. And if you just mark the low of this leg, sorry, worked with the upper quadrant and just keep going higher. Okay, so if it is extremely premium, then it will work with the upper quadrant maximum here and then keep going higher. As you can see here, it came around this area, okay. Still it is trading this gap over here, that gap. It didn't build the liquidity. But when this market has built the liquidity here, right, old high, look at this high, and then market came here very near to this high, you are seeing some sort of retracement. Just for the sake of this conversation, you are seeing this some sort of retracement. What is gonna expectation today's price action? I'm going to mark this low over here. I'm gonna mark this high. This is the equilibrium. Market has 0% possibility to come to this last FBZ. Remember, it's 0% possibility to come to this last FBZ. Best area to reverse is from this line, not here. It didn't happen yet. So this low I would love to see today. Market will fall first, take that low, trade this equilibrium or this FBZ. This is today's expectation, okay? Here. So my expectation today, market will leave that liquidity open, that buy side liquidity open, it will fall fast, clear that low, which is going to be a liquidity taken, trade this 50%, at least 50%. It can reverse from this gap. See this small gap? It can, of course, reverse from there. When it will come here, I'll start to look for the buy while this market will trade this gap. But it can maximum fall for this gap, and then it will go higher for this buy side liquidity. If it happens, I'm gonna take the trade today, and this is how I'm gonna expect this price action. It has 0% possibility to come here. If it come here without clearing this buy side liquidity, it has a high probability to consolidation, this type of consolidation, and then see this low, that low to be cleared. Then market will go for this buy side liquidity after trading some sort of breaker block, first parallel gap, order block, anything over here, just something it will trade over there, and then maybe market will go higher for this buy side liquidity. So today, if I would love to trade, what I am going to trade today, here, if the market first clear that buy side liquidity and trade this FVG over here, let me mark that FVG without falling. If the market fall without falling, if it go higher, cleared that buy side liquidity, I will be no trade zone. That means I will have no opportunity to trade today. First of all, I don't have the sell side liquidity. I should look for sell while the market will come here. I should look for sell. As I don't have the sell side liquidity, I will not frame any sell. If the market, let me actually remove this lot of lines over there. I have 5 minutes. I will finish this within 5 minutes. This is the buy side liquidity over here to this market. I have this buy side liquidity as well from 15-minute chart. As you can see here, this highs has been cleared over here. I have this extreme buy side liquidity. So I have these three buy side liquidity. The most beautiful buy side liquidity is this one, which is my actually target. And I have some buy side liquidity here. I have some buy side liquidity there. Like here, you can see like a lot of this buy side liquidity. However, if this gap is broken, then I'll look for this buy side liquidity. Otherwise, I'll not look for buy side liquidity. So today, my expectation, first, this market will fall and then it will take. If it happens, I will tell you that, man, be ready to get the boom. Just write down boom on the chart before it happened. Just I entered the market. Be ready to write down boom, something like that. If this work like that way, if it doesn't work like that way, instead of that, it first went higher, trade this gap. Now I should look for sell only sell. But that sell is difficult for me because I have no idea how far this market will fall. Is it falling for that low, trade this area, and then will go higher, or maybe it will fall some sort of PDRA here, some sort of PDRA, then it will break this gap, that gap, and go for this buy side liquidity. If this market clear that buy side liquidity without taking that low, this is going to be a difficult market for me to trade. Here I have to take a sell, but I have no idea how far it will fall because I don't have the end line. If I had some sort of sell side liquidity here, relatively equal lows, then even if it wouldn't fall at first, clear that buy side liquidity, trade that gap, I'll be so much confident to take that sell because I had the sell side liquidity. But as you can see, I don't have any sell side liquidity. If it happened at first, it's gonna be a low probability to me. So in that type of scenario, I have to wait either this market to fall here to frame the buy. So I have to let all of this leg go. I am not able to do anything to this leg. Instead of that, I have to wait for this market to come here to frame the buy at first. Or if it doesn't do that, instead of that, like it didn't come here, okay, for example, it didn't come here, maybe it come here, or maybe just take that liquidity and closed above this gap, then this specific leg is gonna be my high probability over here until here. This is gonna be high probability. So in that type of scenario, I have to let all of this go. This is called the planning. I'm planning my trade. What is my highest probability, what is my lowest probability, I know that beforehand. If I try to catch the sell, this sell, it's a low probable sell. This is the highest, or the how to say that, most difficult sell to take, just because I don't have the sell side liquidity. At the same time, if this market fall at first, and then this is the high probable buy, highest probable buy is here, this is the highest probable trade. What else can happen? This market can keep falling, come here, it means it's gonna be low probability again. So I'm not able to trade if it do like this way as well. It has to do what I know, I need to see. It has to do this for getting an high probable trade. This is how you will plan your trade. You will go for the trade. You will involve your, people say, right, A plus 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 setup, low probability setup, high probability setup. How do I know that? From 15-minute chart, this leg is my high probability setup. A plus plus setup, everything, whatever you said, this is my high probability. But it has to work like that way. If it works like that way, it's gonna be high probability. Instead of that, anything happen in this market is a low probability 50-50 chance. If it happens, either I will go to the paper trade or I will go for the, like the challenge account or something. I'm not gonna involve my paper, sorry, uh, funded account. Okay. So remember what is our expectation. I'm gonna open the market opened. Okay. So here, what is my expectation? Market structure shift, fair value gap. That is gonna be my high probable sell here. How long? Until here. If you have some sell side liquidity from 1-minute chart, you can simply mark it like here. So if I would love to trade this market, how I'm gonna expect this market will work? It will work like this way. If I can find a sell here, I'll try to take that sell depending on 1-minute liquidity. So you can see here, I have this 1-minute liquidity. See here, so around this area, then 1-minute liquidity. Market went higher. Look at this high, extreme high, most protected high. It is the high that should not be cleared. Market went higher, cleared the buy side liquidity over here. Buy side liquidity has been cleared here, failed to take extreme high, gave me the market structure shift. Where is your fair value gap? You have any fair value gap? Yes, sir, I have a fair value gap. High probable sell from here. How long? Until this sell side liquidity. So wherever the FBG is gonna be, like for example, it's, let me show you this. Wherever the FBG is, okay. So here, this is gonna be my high probable sell. How long? Until the sell side liquidity. Then I'll let the runner go until here to find out a buy from there. So if this market come here, I'll start to look for the buying opportunity from there as well. If I miss this trade, I'm not gonna cry because I know what is going to happen. First, this market will fall, then I'll look for the buy. So if I miss this trade, I'm not gonna start to cry. I know what I'm doing here. This is gonna be the first sell for today if it give me that opportunity. Okay. Without clearing this liquidity, remember, if this liquidity is cleared, this sell is not valid because market doesn't need to come here. Remember, there is another fair value gap from 15-minute chart, which is here, another fair value gap which is near about the quadrant level, upper quadrant level. So it can simply trade that and then fall. Okay, this is gonna be my first sell. If it give me, I'll take that sell. If it doesn't give me that, I will wait for the buying opportunity. In other days, what do you say? You see that I'm not taking this sell, I'm letting this sell go, then I'm waiting for that buy. So I'm saying that okay, it's falling, I'm happy, I'm getting happy. Why? Because I know I'm waiting for the buying opportunity. So while the market is falling, you are in rush, you are thinking, oh, he has missed everything. No, I didn't miss anything. I'm just waiting to take that buy without taking that sell. Or maybe I framed that sell, I didn't get entry over here, I'm gonna take the you're thinking, oh, he has missed his trade. No, I didn't miss the trade. I'm waiting for that buy because this is my real leg. High probable buy is gonna be over there. So we'll go for this sell at first to see if it can take me, and then we'll look for the buy. Okay, over here. Stop loss is gonna be above that high, that candle high. That's gonna be the target over here. If it takes me, we'll try to take a partial anywhere like 1:1 or something like that. If it takes me, okay, and then we'll go for the buy opportunity again. I just don't know it will take me or not. If it doesn't take me, I'm not gonna feel like, oh man, I have missed everything. No, I didn't miss anything. I know that I should look for a buy again over here. From there, I should look for a buying opportunity again. Come on, happen. Okay, guys, is there any buffering? Just let me know if there is any buffering or not. I wish it will take me. I'll count the candle, okay? Remember, don't forget to count the candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Within 5 candle, it has to take me. If it doesn't take me, I'm not gonna take the sell because it's not an immediate reaction. Hey, Marbra, red folder news. Oh, sorry, I forgot about the red folder news. Sorry, I was talking about the price action, so I forgot about the red folder news. I should not go for the trade. You know, I'm a human being, so I was explaining the price action. I was inside of that price action explanation, so I just frame the trade. But I should not frame the trade before the news. If you have the news, you have to wait until the 10 a.m. Okay, I just forgot that. I should not go for this trade. But it's not even closing. Either way, it didn't give me the entry. So if I miss this entry, am I going to cry? Of course not. You know where it can fall, right? It doesn't need to fall over here. Any short of buying opportunity from after clearing the liquidity is enough, more than enough for sending the market higher. Okay, the best is it will come over here. That is the best. I will wait for it. It has tapped to this new week opening gap high. You can see here. This is the new week opening gap high. Old new week opening gap. Okay. Inside this, they have new opening gap here. You have this, and I have to look for this regular trading hour to see where is the opening gap. 50% everything. I have to mark them to identify how far this market can fall. For example, here to here. This is the opening gap. This is the 50% of the equilibrium of that opening gap. So it can simply fall to this equilibrium. Then it can start to go higher for this buy side liquidity, or it can trade this gap which is aligned, which is around the 50% of that range. Remember I showed you the range. So dealing range 50% area is has this parabolic gap. It doesn't need to trade this gap, but maximum it can trade this gap. It should not touch this gap. That's all I prefer. It should not come to this gap, not exactly to this gap, the lower quadrant. You remember the leg lower quadrant, it should not touch that lower quadrant. Will wait for the PM set. Now think there is no news and it tapped to this gap. I'm in this sell. It doesn't mean that I'm selling. I'm bearish. I was just trying to catch the leg before going higher to this buy side liquidity. Okay, keep that in your mind. Look how this market is going to work. I will just go for the trade after 10 a.m. New York local time. I will wait until 10 a.m. New York local time. I told you how this market is going to work. You will just see if this market works like that way or not. That's the only thing you are observing. Okay, you are going to observe. So if I go to the 15-minute chart one more time and mark, this is the opening gap. Okay, so just I will remove this again. Just give me a second. Here to here. See this upper quadrant, and there is a gap over here. It doesn't need to come to this gap over here. If it come here, that is the best case of scenario. Even if it fail here, it has a possibility to reverse from this gap, which is aligned with the upper quadrant of this specific leg. So premium and discount, all I care is this market can't come to this line over here. See this line, it should not come to this line before clearing this buy side liquidity over here. Without clearing this buy side liquidity, this market has zero possibility to come over here. If this market come here to this last gap, then I'm not gonna bullish anymore. I'll just keep looking for some sort of long-term consolidation, and finally my target will be this sell side liquidity, that low. Okay, it's not gonna be my target because single low can't be my target, but I have to look for that low. I can't just frame the buy without any kind of confirmation that, oh, okay, so it's consolidating, and finally it has confirmed that no, I'm not falling for this low, I will go for that buy side liquidity. Very difficult to trade in that type of scenario. But here it's a very, let me remove this because it's gonna be a lot of lines. Coming back to 1 minute chart, if I had no news, for example, I have no news, what I would do? First, I would mark this last gap. right here. I would wait for this candle to be validated as an order block. So if this candle could close above this candle, I would wait for this candle to be an order block. And while the candle, remember, it has to close above this line. When it would close above this line, I would try to frame this buy over here. As long as it's not trading this last F visit, would try to take a partial over here, hold to the trade for this buy side liquidity. After building the order block, not going to believe this inverse gap. If this market fall, cleared that low, I'm gonna believe this gap without the order block. Without the order block, I'm gonna take the buy from this gap by putting the stop loss maybe below this low, wherever I feel good, and then would hold the trade for that buy side liquidity after clearing the partial over here. As the market didn't clear this low, I just can't simply push the button over here. I have to wait for the order block to be validated. So if the body, for example, this body has closed above this candle, then I would frame the buy from this order block by putting the stop loss below that order block. We'll try to take some partial here or here around 1:1. Go for this buy side liquidity over here. Nothing I'm going to do. You are just, this is for your observing, okay? How you are going to use a gap. We have the news, we are going to wait for the news at first to release, then we'll try to take the entry. Okay, first let me see, let's see if the order block can be built, and then market actually gave you the at least the partial. Okay, we'll just frame this on by the paper trade or this tool, not going to push the button. We are going to wait for the news to be released at first, then we'll go for the trade. So there you go. It has, okay, it didn't build as an order block yet, so market didn't close above this candle. I can't take entry over here. What happened most of the time, it actually closed like this way, and then this candle just keep going higher, trade here. You have to miss this trade, nothing to do over here, but it has to close above this candle at first to take the entry. If it doesn't close above this, no trade is valid. It can simply violate this gap, take this low, and then keep going higher. I mean, then it can start to go higher. I can't just simply go for the trade without the confirmation. So this is all about the liquidity, how the market did take the liquidity depending on this gap. I could remember how I can take the entry from this gap. Only way, it fall, cleared that liquidity, closed above this gap, tap to this gap, I'm in this gap, gap entry over here. Failed to clear this low, failed to clear it, I need the order block to confirm my entry. I need the order block to confirm my entry. This is the only difference in this area according to your bias. If your bias is bearish, please don't use this. It's useless over there. Absolutely useless if your bias is bearish. Let's wait for the news, then we'll go for the trade. I'm not going to take any trade before the news, okay? I'm going to remove it because it's not order block anymore. And as you can see, it has been violated. So for example, there is no news. I'm going to trade here. I'm just interested to trade around this area. What would happen? I would try to take my entry from here. I would get a stop out. Maybe I'm just not sure it's going to clear that low or not. But if it cleared that low, I would get a stop out over there. I don't need to take that loss, intentional loss. I know how to wait for the setup over there. I am showing this to you every day. So you have to do this. Just you have to follow the things. Can I take the sell from this gap? Of course no. If you would love to take the sell as well, you have to wait for the order block. As this high didn't clear any liquidity, no highs has been cleared. As you can see over here, it failed to clear any sort of high. Okay, so if even if I would love to look for a sell, I wouldn't be able to take the sell without the confirmation. Now this low has been cleared. This gap is now very strong to me. I can simply go for a trade while this market is going to close above this gap. I, without any kind of confusion, I will simply go for the trade with so much confidence I'm gonna get my boom. Now I'm not gonna take this, for example, because I will wait for the news, then I will try to take the entry. At the same time, it came to this 50% of the opening gap. It came to this specific gap you were looking for, which is dealing range 50% gap. It has cleared that liquidity. It has done every single job over there. Why I will be afraid if this bearish PDRA here, this bullish PDRA is gonna work as the inverse way right now? I don't need to worry about anything else. I have waited exactly as long as I should have waited. So I have done that. Now it's time to go for the trade. If you have the news, you are not allowed to take this trade. If you don't have the news, I will not wait for anything. It will close out this gap. I'll take the buy from this gap. And putting stop loss is actually after closing the candle, I have to look for that. Okay. See, is this market reversing from there? I have already find out. No, it's not reversing. I was waiting for the confirmation. What is the worst case of scenario? You are going to miss the trade. Yesterday, remember? You missed the trade. We missed the trade. Absolutely okay, man. It's thousand times better to miss a trade rather than taking a losing trade. Thousand times better because I know I'll be able to get another trade while this last FBZ is gonna be inversed. I'll be able to take the buy from here for this buy side liquidity, more importantly for this gap. So I don't need to worry about anything else. Even if I miss the trade here, I'll be able to take the entry over there. So I'm not gonna miss anything over here. Okay. We have a news around 10 a.m. New York local time. We are going to wait for the news. Brother, I'm trying to open your eyes. If you are free, if your mind is open, you will be you will start to see the beauty of this price action. The beauty. You have to know when you are going to expect good price action, when you are going to expect bad price action. Today, I'm expecting good price action. Yesterday, I was waiting for a good price action. The day before yesterday, morning session was disaster. I told that beforehand. It's gonna be disaster. PM session is gonna be so beautiful. You saw? Go back and see what happened on Tuesday. Morning session was absolutely disaster. PM session was so beautiful. So first you have to understand when you are expecting good price action. When you are expecting good price action, wait for that PDRS. How you should use that PDRS, that's all I am showing to you. Use it like that way, you are gonna be a profitable trader for sure. This market is gonna be a low probable market. If this market come to this 50% of this last FBZ, this is gonna be a low probable market. Why? Because this is the deep discounted area. If it come here, there is a high probability market will fall for this low, maybe that low, maybe for these lows over there, maybe market will fall for them. And I don't want to take any sort of sell as I don't have the end line. So I will prefer only buy. And I'm expecting this market is not going higher. It's not going to clear this buy side liquidity before the news. I am waiting for the news to see if the market can stay open or leave that open by the news. Okay. So if it leave that open before the news, I'll be very happy to take the buy because this is my only thing I can look for until this gap. So I have to wait for the news and I'm expecting this market will spend time, which is called the time distortion. Market is going to do the time distortion over here and then finally it will go for that buy side liquidity. After the news, I will be in that trade. Lot of lines? Of course not. 15-minute entry FVZ or the 50% FVZ. This is the 15-minute last FVZ. From the 50-minute chart, last FVZ. The lower quadrant of that premium and discount is with the 50% of that last FVZ. It should not be touched. Just remember that things. It should not be touched. And this is the opening gap. As you can see here, 50% lower quadrant of the opening gap. Yesterday closing, today's 9:30 open. Okay? Keep waiting. I'm just waiting. This is falling. I'm getting happier. Why? I have now bigger range. Now, if I had to frame a buy from here, for example, I had to frame a buy from there. I knew that my target is over here. So I will be low confident. My confidence would be very low because it's a very small run, right? But now I have a bigger range, huge range. I'm getting happier while this market is falling. I'm getting bigger range over there. Time to wait for the news. After that, we'll go for the first trade. At the same time, look on my right hand side over here. This is the 15-minute chart. You can see this is that gap. And I was talking about here to here. It should not come to this deep discounted area. That means this 50% of this gap should be protected. It should be protected. I'm gonna remove this from my chart. This is the new week opening gap. Here low, new week opening gap high. Sorry, not that. Here, that is the new week opening gap high. What is the high? High is here. This week new week opening gap. Okay, this is the high. This is the low. 50%. Today's new day opening gap. Last FVG. New day opening gap. New week opening gap. Lot of things over here. Okay, anytime it can start to reverse. Came to this last FVG. I don't need this FVG anymore. I'm gonna remove this FVG. Where it should not go, this deep discounted line. It should not touch this line. As long as it's not touching that line, I'm so much confident to take the buy. Gonna come back here. We'll wait. If it touch that line, there is a high probability market will fall for this low or maybe that low. So in that type of scenario, I have to mark these lows over here because these lows are gonna be on the queue instead of the buy side liquidity. If it come to that deep discounted line, which is just below the constant encroachment of this last FBG. This gap, I can't use it anymore as the market came to the next period, which is the last FBG. I'm gonna mark this last FBG here, this one. Again, guys, this is called the first FBG. It's very confusing, but if you can understand this, it has huge power, but it always make you confused, okay, a bit confusion. It will make a bit confusion, so be careful about that. 9 minutes left before the news, and after that we are good to go for any sort of buying opportunity. I am hoping market is not going to clear this buy side liquidity before the news. I'm just hoping for that. Can I take, for example, I don't have any news, can I take the buy from this gap? Anybody can tell me that? Any of you can tell me that? Can I, for example, I don't have any news, I'm ready to go for the trade, can I take this buy? For example, here or maybe here, just for example here, can I take this buy? Any of you can tell me that? If you write down yes, let me know why. It has a high probability to work. It has a high probability to work. I'm gonna explain you why. I'm gonna explain that to you, okay? But first, let me know why you are allowed to take this buy. Why it is going to work, I'll tell you that just after a bit. But first, you have to tell me why you think you can take this buy. No. Okay, I think I'm not good enough for explaining the price action. At the beginning, I have just explained the same case of scenario to you at the beginning, and I just told this is for Sophia and Scuba. Just by that way, I have explained. Here, you know, from your 15-minute time frame, it should not come to this deep discounted area, right? It should not come here from 15-minute chart, and you are going to trade from 1 minute chart. That means if you enter over here, you don't need to clear that high. You will be able to get profit, some of the profit, maybe until 50%, or maybe here, wherever it is, you will be able to take some sort of profit depending on that 15-minute chart, where you know it should not touch this low. That means this low is protected. It means it has zero possibility to do this, and then this. It has zero possibility. Why? Because if it take that low, it is going to trade the lower quadrant of that 15-minute leg, lower quadrant, which I don't want to see to be traded. That 15-minute lower quadrant should not be traded. So from 15-minute chart, of course it can do that, but even if it would love to do that, before doing that, it is going to give me some kind of partial or some sort of profit. Some sort of profit I'm gonna get from here for sure. Depending on that logic, I can take this buy exactly from here, not from there, not from there, exactly from there, because this low should be protected. This low is taken means market is going to fall for the lower cordon of that 15-minute leg. This 15-minute leg lower cordon is going to be traded over here. If the lower cordon is traded, my bias is going to be changed. Market has possibility to fall for this low. I'm just using 15-minute chart and 1-minute chart, not hourly, 4-hour, daily, weekly. I don't know what is going to happen over there. Depending on that logic, I can take this buy just to make sure that I have taken some sort of partial, or maybe the target is this last FBC. Maybe until this last FBC, I'm safe over here. Even if it doesn't reach over here, I'll be able to take the partial and I'll be happy with that. Now, forget about that low. That means there is no higher time frame. That means it can fall a bit more. Okay, there is nothing wrong. Maybe your lower cordon level is line is this. Just for the sake of this conversion, 15-minute range lower cordon level is this line. Just think like that way. I will never ever 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 go for this buy over here. Why? Because this low is not protected anymore. It can simply fall one more time to take this low, trade the constant encroachment of this last FBZ, or maybe to the low of this last FBZ, because it it should not come here, but it can come until here. There is nothing wrong. There is two more level that is still protected. I mean, it's not protected. It can trade any of this and then it can start to go higher. So if it is not protected, then you should wait for that kind of scenario. Why I didn't push the button over here? You should not push the button over there because of that reason. But if you see it is protected, then you can take the buy over here. At least you will get some sort of partial, and then maybe you will get stopped out to the break even, or maybe it will keep going higher. You will get huge boom. What should you do in this type of scenario? Don't push the button. Simply just don't go for the trade. Just don't go for the trade. Wait for the confirmation. Always do that. Don't believe on the protected low, because your bias, your analysis can be wrong, your expectation can be wrong. You don't need to take that risk. Always wait for the confirmation. I hope you guys got the point. Whoever was writing yes, you got the point. And those people who write down no, thank you so much for understanding the logic. 4 minutes to go before the news. And one more thing, news candle is a candle you should avoid. That means news candle can do anything. It can simply, the news candle, okay, it can come here, then can close over there. The news candle, always try to avoid that candle, including that to your PDRS. Hey guys, please don't forget to push the like button and subscribe to our channel if any of you are new. I'm just trying my level best so that you guys can understand how to read this market, how to wait for the perfect entry opportunity, how to wait for the best case of scenario, low probability, high probability, dealing range, everything, order block, FVZ. I'm just trying my level best so that these things is gonna be clear to you. How do you know that that low should not be taken? That low has to be taken. Which way you will expect, how and when you will expect that. Here I'm seeing this candle is, that doesn't mean that I'm starting to think that this low is taken. Remember, this low is protected to me. I don't want to see this low to be taken. It should go higher without clearing that low. So it's not something that uh, very randomly, or like I was just uh, thinking that, oh, okay, market is not going to take, see this type of fall, still I don't think so this low will be taken. Why? Because this low should be protected, that line should be protected. So still I'm not interested to see it will take that low over here, okay? But brother, it is going to take that low. I'm not gonna see, I'm not interested to see that it's gonna be taken. I would love to see it will leave this open like that way, it will keep going higher. 2 minutes to go before the news. After the news, we'll start to trade. Those people who joined me later, you guys can think that, okay, maybe market can't take that low. Of course market can take that low. If the market take that low, all the trade I'm gonna plan, it's gonna be a low probability trade. If the market failed to take that low, not that low actually, the line over here. We have a line over here. If it trade that low or that line, it's going to be a low probability. If it failed to trade that, you will sometimes see that market left the liquidity, failed to clear that low. Why this low market didn't clear? You will have that question in your mind. Man, why market left that liquidity? It should not leave it, right? And I'm framing the trade over here after seeing the liquidity over there. For example, it closed here and there is an order block. I took the order block buy even after seeing this liquidity over here, relatively equal lows over there. Why do you do that? This is the reason. I don't want to see this low to be taken. Yeah, of course it can fall and build the clean lows, not the clean lows tick by tick, maybe some sort of gap over here between these two low, but some sort of gap is still open over there. I'm expecting market will go higher. Okay, this is the news candle. So let's see how this news is going to work. Now I'm ready to go for the trade. After this candle, I'm ready to go for the trade. Okay, it came here to this lower quadrant. Just avoid this candle. If this candle come here, I don't care about that. News candle always you have to avoid. Anytime it will close above this high, I'll take the buy. Just avoid the news candle. My target is gonna be this last FVG over here, around here. Anytime it will close above this gap, I'll take the buy. If it would love to fall for this low, then I have to wait a bit more actually to take the buy, because this is my only way to take the buy. Just this candle you have to avoid, that is the news candle. News candle do a lot of things. I don't care about that. I don't want to see next some candles to trade here. Instead of that, I would love to see they will keep going higher. If this market would love to fall for this, I'll let the market fall to take that liquidity, then maybe I'll go for the buy after clearing that liquidity. But right now, if it can close out this gap, I'll take the buy. I don't need to worry about anything else. This is gonna be my first buy today. If it keep falling, I'm not going to take that sell. Just remember that. I will let them to be taken, then I will try to frame the buy. If it fall and clear that liquidity, I would love to clear that liquidity. It can do that, I will let this fall go. I'll only frame the buy, and the best area to frame this buy is exactly over here. If any of you would love to take the sell, please go for that. I will only look for the buy. If it doesn't give me right now, I will wait for some liquidity to be cleared, and then I will start to frame the buy again. As long as it's inside this gap. I'm just not interested about this buy sell liquidity anymore. This buy sell liquidity is a low probability to me, but the consolidation until this last FVG is a good length or good range to me. I'm happy to catch that leg from here to this last FVG. Just not interested to see this buy sell liquidity now to be taken. We'll decide about this buy side liquidity later. But right now, I'm waiting for some sort of long-term consolidation, and that will send the market for this unfinished business. I'll frame this well while it will close above this gap. As long as it's not going to fall below this gap, I'm interested to take the buy from this gap. I'm going to remove this opening gap lines because it has traded the lower quadrant, and you can see a small portion of this gap is open, still open. So I'll just mark a gap line over here, which I'm expecting is gonna work as a breakaway gap. If it leave it open like that way, otherwise it can fall, take that liquidity. I'll let this go. I'll not take the sell. I will let this sell go, and then I will start to frame the buy again. As the market came to the deep discounted area, there is a high probability it will be a consolidation, and finally market will take that low. That's why I'm saying this liquidity is not important to me anymore. It's an like something I will decide after this gap to be broken. So if the last FBC is broken, then I will start to think about this buy side liquidity. Until then, I'm just interested to see long-term consolidation. And even if it would love to do this type of consolidation, I will be able to catch a run, catch a leg over here, deep premium to deep discounted area. In other words, while it came to this deep discounted area, mark the high and the low, the 50% of this new leg has a high probability to market to go to this 50%. In that type of scenario, I'll get that boom as well, like if I frame the buy as well. So just I'm changing this buy side liquidity as my target from here to here. And if it keep falling, which is also possible, then I will never get the opportunity to take the buy. So I will just not taking any losing trade over there. At the same time, if it build an 22 YT model over here, I'll try to take the buy from that 22 YT model without this gap. So whatever is this market going to give me, I'll take that. If it provide me the 22 YT model, I'll try to take that buy from that 22 YT model without depending on this gap. If it doesn't provide me the 22 YT model, that is the only thing I can take my trade from this gap high. So if the market give me that entry only, I'll try to take that entry. Otherwise, I'll try to take the 22 YT model. Keep falling, I'll let him fall. I'm not going to take any sort of sell over here. I'll let them to be taken, then we'll try to take the buy again from my 15-minute chart. Maybe this new week opening gap, or if I have found something over there, maybe I'll try to use them. But to be honest, I'm not interested to see it will fall and take that low. If it happens, then it's gonna be a low probability to me, and I won't be able to trade that low probable area. I'm expecting good price action. I need the run for this last FBC. That's more than enough for me to be profitable. So I'll wait for that opportunity only. If you'd love to take the sell, please go for that. No more forcing, no more saying that don't take the buy, don't take the sell. No more saying. I'm trying to control myself. I don't wanna like control you, man. I will wait for the buy only. Market is consolidating from 10 to until now, which is 8, 10:08. Last 8-minute candle is consolidating around the same level. It's not moving anywhere. I'm just waiting. Do I have a market structure shift around this area? No, I don't have any market structure shift over here. If you found the market structure shift FBZ22 item, will go for that. Still now, I don't have not even a single swing high which is valid for shifting market structure. Not until now. So I have no opportunities to enter here with any sort of 22 IT model. Still now, this is the only I have to depend on this gap until now. Please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if any of you are new, and please let me know if I have got already 100 likes. Okay, I'll just wait a bit more here because anytime the setup can happen, so I'm not interested to switch my chart to anywhere else. I'm just waiting for the setup. So this is the hypertension area to go for the trade. I'm just waiting for the trade here. The job is done, everything is done. I need to go for the trade right now. So that's why I'm not moving anything. So just let me know if I have got 100 likes already, because I can see 197 people are watching. So at least 100 likes I should have gotten. Okay. Hey Tamimi, thank you brother for being over here. I need to talk to you brother as well. I'm planning to open a Discord channel for the discipline challenge, of course for free, but people have to have some sort of challenge account. I need to talk to you brother about that. This Saturday or Sunday, if you are free, just let me know. Thank you Sophia, 89 likes. Okay. Hey Phoenix, what are you looking for brother? Thanks for the penguin Sophia. I don't have not even a single 22 IT model market structure sheet, nothing over here. It's a pure consolidation. Until now, I have to wait for the candle to close above this gap to take my first buy. I don't care about this bearish gap. It doesn't have any value to me. As you can see here, it came here, trade this gap, then it fall. So this gap doesn't have any value to me. I need to see body close above this. When it will close, I will try to take the buy, and stop loss will be depending on the scenario. So I will look the candles over, then I'll put my stop loss depending on that, and then I'll go for the trade. Does anyone also have a problem with requesting with Apex withdrawal right now? I don't think so. Penguin, penguin, penguin. Hey Khalid, how are you? By the way, the MMM has asked a question. If anyone has any comment, please feel free to share it. Hey Rajesh, thanks for the penguin, brother. Thank you so much. What about an order block with 50-minute FVZ? First of all, as the market failed not to trade the lower quadrant, I am not interested to believe the order block anymore. If it would fail to trade that lower quadrant, maybe I would use some sort of order block. For example, this could be a beautiful order block to me. As the market traded the lower quadrant, there's a high probability market will fall for that low. There is a high probability for that this low to be taken. Okay, as I know that it's 50-50, I'm not going to depend on the order block. Remember, order block depends on FVZ. So the main base is FVZ introduced by ICT himself. I would love to believe the FVZ rather than any other PDRA. No breaker block, order block, anything. Rather than any PDRA, I would love to believe depend on the FVZ, because the market has traded the lower quadrant. It should not trade. You got the reply, sister? You didn't? Okay. Look, this low, that high, lower quadrant, right? So market has traded the lower quadrant to that specific dealing length before clearing this buy side liquidity. After clearing this buy side liquidity, market came here. I would go for the order block to take the buy. Before clearing this buy side liquidity, market came to the deep discounted area. I'm not happy to see that. It's not good to me. It means that market has a possibility to fall to clear that low. This is a high probability now to fall for that low. This is a high probability right now. Now, does it want to fall? If it keep falling, I will not take any sell, right? I'll just let this go. I'm not interested to take the sell. However, if it would love to go higher, it should close the most important bearish PDRA. It should have broken that. So I will wait for that PDRA to be broken to take the buy, to break the rules instead of the order block, because order block depends on FVZ, but FVZ is free from everything. So it doesn't need to depend on anything. I can believe on something that is not dependent on something else. I think I'm making this complicated. Water block depends on FBZ. FBZ doesn't depend on anything. So I am going to depend on FBZ because it is free. But order block is not free. It is bound to trade the FBZ to be an order block, change in state of delivery. That's why I'm just not believing the order block. Instead of that, I'm more interested to believe on FBZ. Thank you for clarifying. Okay, Sophia. Yeah, thank you for asking this question because this small information I never share because I don't feel like this is important. But when you ask me, I try to explain why I'm not looking for the order block. That was a very nice question, by the way. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button. Make it at least 100 likes, okay? Please, please, guys. Look, it is consolidating what I told. Did I ever say anything to take a buy or sell here? No, nothing. This is the importance to know to wait for the perfect edge. I'm waiting for my perfect edge. What does it mean? I'm letting this consolidation to go. I'm not in this trade. I'm not praying, oh, please go higher, please fall. I'm not doing anything. It could be consolidation. It could go higher. It could fall. I had no idea what is going to happen. I didn't enter over here. I'm waiting for the PDRA to show me either the bullishness or the bearishness. Then I will take my decision according to that. I hope I'm gonna get the opportunity if it actually go above this. See, I'll just manage my stop loss later, okay? If it close above this, then I will manage my stop loss. But right now, just for the sake of this, I will just keep it like this way. I'm not asking any of you to copy my trade. If you'd love to go for the trade, it should be your own decision. Here, I have this buy side liquidity around this area. See this? Beautiful buy side liquidity over there, over here. Body has to close above this gap to give me the buying opportunity. If it doesn't do that, I'm not going to take any short of buy. However, if it fall and clear some sort of sell side liquidity, I'll be able to take a buy if it leave this buy side open. See this clean highs over here. If it leave this clean highs open, fall, cleared some sort of liquidity, and then give me a buying opportunity, I'll be able to take that buy for this buy side liquidity for a short period of time without even closing above this gap for this clean highs. I don't think so it's gonna happen, but if it happens, just for your understanding. The consolidation, I'm letting this go. All of this consolidation from 10 a.m. to until now, whatever consolidation is happening, I'm letting this go because I'm not framing any trade over here. I knew it is not the place to frame the trade. I didn't enter, market is consolidating. It seems like I didn't enter, market is consolidating. So I knew it is going to be consolidation. Now I didn't know that, but you have to avoid this type of price action. Then you are seeing this, I'm seeing this as an inducement leg. That means people are going to believe that now it is extremely bearish. Take the sell, take the sell, take the sell. It is called the inducement leg. It this whenever I see this type of leg, I feel free to go for the buy. I mean, if it is a bearish leg, then I feel free to go to take the buy. Just I need to see some sort of liquidity to be cleared. So this low and that low, relatively equal lows, should be cleared. And then if it give me the buying opportunity. Otherwise, I have this sell side clean lows, buy side clean highs. I can't take the entry. One side should be cleared at first. I prefer that sell side liquidity should be cleared at first. If it doesn't, then I have nothing to do. I don't look at the London high, London low, Asia high, Asia low, sister. You were with me for so long now, so you know that I never talk about the London high, London low, or Asia session high, Asia session low, AM session high, AM session low. I don't talk about them. I don't look at them. So they don't have any importance to me. They have some importance, but very specific moment where most of the time I don't trade. Actually, London is important to me around the lunch hour, but outside of this, or London is important about, I mean, I have already explained that to the members only live over there. It is in that specific area, London session high, low is important. Otherwise, I don't look at them. For example, today London session low doesn't have any value to me. No value. I don't care what the London session low is. However, I would love to see if there is any SMT, because if there is an SMT, I can frame a buy from this order block here, this lowest down close body close candle, which is the inducement leg, if there is an SMT. Otherwise, I'll not take the buy. Actually, I'll wait for that. I don't think so. I have the SMT. Yeah, I don't have the SMT. I can't use it. Let this go. Build clean lows over here. It should clear clean lows before going higher. However, I'm gonna miss this. Now it's gonna be very difficult for me because it left that clean lows. But still, I'll go for this trade. If it close above this, I'll try to take that leg. Okay. I have no other choice here. If the body close above this gap, I'll try to take that buy. That could be the best case of scenario if it wouldn't leave this liquidity left open there. Come on. If it wouldn't, I mean, if it wouldn't build this liquidity, or there would be some sort of SMT with Dow or ES, I would take the buy from this candle because of this inducement leg. But now I'll only go for the trade if it close above this above that gap high. If it close above there, I'll go for this buy. Let's see if it give me that opportunity. It didn't close yet. I'm not going to take the buy yet. This bullish gap is important here. Not to take the buy, just to observe. If this market can trade this gap before closing out this gap, I'll be very happy because I don't need to worry about this gap anymore to be traded. It could be the best case of scenario if it could trade this gap before it close out this high. However, I have no other choice. I have to cover that gap. So this is gonna be my first buy for today, or first trade for today, if it give me the opportunity, of course. Let's see if it can take me. If it doesn't take me, then that's gonna be bad luck, to be honest. Come on, please don't do that like yesterday. 41 handle, I'm not able to take the 41 handle loss. I should have covered this low. At least I have to cover this low. I'm just not going to do that. I'm gonna keep it here, 35 handle here, and we'll see if it can give me 1:1 partial at least. Okay, so first it has to take me, and then it has to give me the, I wish it will take me. If it doesn't, then that's gonna be absolutely a bad luck. There you go. That should be the entry. It will load. Actually, it will take a bit time to load. There you go. That's gonna be the partial, and then I will hold the trade for the last FBG. I want to see this gap as a breakaway gap, but it didn't happen actually. I wanted to see that it will work with the 50% and then it will go higher, but it didn't do that. So I got stopped out over here in a very fast time. This will close. This gap is gonna be my sell over here. Just didn't work. I mean, what to say? Cleared the buy side liquidity, closed below this gap. I should look for the sell from this gap. Not going to take the sell. In other days when I switch my bias, I actually switch the bias immediately like this way. Here, immediately go for that sell for this sell side liquidity over here. More importantly, for the other levels over there. Just it will close, we'll take the sell. But today I will not go for that. It will clear that liquidity, then we'll go for the buy again. And please keep an eye to the Twitter if something is happening. Please let me know that as well. This sell side liquidity immediately switched to the bias because this is now like 50-50. Is it going to go higher? Is it going to fall? 50-50. But this gap is a valid sell for this sell side liquidity. More importantly, maybe until the opening gap, the rest of the opening gap low until here, it is also possible from that specific gap bullish gap that should hold the market, send it higher. It failed to hold it. Now it should be broken and the market should go for this sell side liquidity. As my bias is bullish, I will just let the sell go and I will go for the buy only. I'm letting this sell go. I will go for the buy only. This is the beauty of the one-sided leg. That means if you are one-sided, you don't need to worry about anything else. You'll wait for that opportunity. You'll go for that trade. Just simply will go for that trade. I'm just going to do that. I'll let this market to fall, take this liquidity, then we'll try to look for the buy again. But in other word, if I would love to switch the bias, for example, I would love to switch the bias. This is the area I would love to switch the bias around this area. While the clean highs has been cleared, left the liquidity open over here. Fair value gap has been traded. Gonna let the market fall, clear that sell side liquidity to take the buy. But here, I am more interested to go for one-sided leg, one-sided run. That means I'm bullish. I'll only take the buy down. I'm not interested to take the any short of selling. Just take the buy down. This sell I'm not going to take. I will only go for the buy down. If it provide me the buy opportunity, I'll go for that buy again without any kind of hesitation. It will close above this gap, the previous buy I took here. If it close above that gap, I'll go for the buy without any kind of hesitation. I'll just simply take the buy from there. But it should fall and take that sell side liquidity at first. That could be the best case of scenario. If it close one tick above that gap, I'll take the buy from the same area I took previously. I'm gonna take the same area to take the buy again without anything. I would love to hold the bias bullish until that last FBZ, as long as it's not going to close below this 15-minute last FBZ. As long as it's not going to close below this last FBZ from 15-minute chart, I'll hold my bias, same bias, bullish bias, as long as it's not closing below this gap. It will close one tick above this gap. I'll take the buy. Just above here, I'll take the buy. If it doesn't close, not going to take the buy. But if it close, I'll take the buy without anything and gonna believe the same PDRA as a what to say, I mean the kind of cut through the candle. If it close above this gap, one tick above this gap, not going to wait for the retest. It closed, I'm in the trade and going to cover this gap only, which I was expecting the breakaway gap, but it didn't actually. But here, this cut through candle, I'm gonna put my stop loss below this gap. Just need to see the body close one tick above this gap. Okay, still it didn't close. I'm afraid that maybe I'll miss this trade. Body will close above this gap. I'm in the buy. First loss, I'm gonna mitigate my first loss by the second entry plus profit. The way this candle worked, I was expecting this is going to happen like the same way, but unfortunately it didn't work. And this type of shit happens sometimes. I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to get confused about the market moving or anything, like nothing. It will close, I'm in the trade. Stop loss below this breakaway gap, I think a bit below, and stop loss here below there. Gonna target them buy side liquidity or everything over here around this area by taking some partial in the meantime. If this doesn't work like this time, not able to trade this market from here, I have to let this market to go whatever it wants to do, and then I have to wait for the PM session, maybe something like that, if this time it doesn't go higher. It should not breach the 50% of this breakaway gap, as well as this order block. Now the lowest down close body close candle, the order block should be respected and market should go higher. First time it will close above this gap, I'll move my stop loss. Please don't follow my trailing stop loss. It's not safe for you guys. Please don't follow my trailing stop loss. I would love to do my own thing, and you will just go with yourself. It will close above this line. I'll move my stop loss below the lowest down close body close candle that has traded that lowest down close body close candle. Just closing above this line. Either way, it's trading again. I'm trading against this area, but I have no other choice actually. Either I have to let this go, or I have to try to take this buy from here, even though I'm going against the new day opening gap, new week opening gap. There's no other choice for me. Market didn't leave any choice for me. It should work this time. If it doesn't work this time, I have to wait for the PM session. This leg is gonna, I'm gonna let this leg to go cut through the candle. Sometimes shit happened. It happened here, so I'm just letting this go. If it close above this line, one tick above that line, I'll move my stop loss below this candle. See this candle, just below that candle. This gap should be unfilled. Market should not fill this gap 100%. It should not be filled 100%. If it failed to fill it 100%, this is going to be the next target. We'll try to take a partial around here and then we'll move my stop loss. But before that, if it close above this line, I'll move my stop loss below this candle. Please don't follow my trailing stop loss. It's a request to all of you. So here, from 35 to 23. Even if it doesn't work, I'm gonna take small losses, like 23 handle loss, even if it doesn't give me the boom. That candle was disaster. This gap, as long as it's not filled, I don't need to worry about my stop loss. If it is filled 100%, then I have to move my stop loss too fast after clearing that high, because this is the nearest liquidity. After clearing that high, if this market fill this gap 100%, I have to worry about this stop loss. I think I have to move my stop loss immediately to the 50, I mean to the break even whenever I'll get the opportunities. As long as this gap is open, ah man, I will keep holding the trade for this buy side liquidity. I have taken a loss at first. There was a loss. Just trying to mitigate my loss. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, there is one other reason for targeting this line is because the high of this new week opening gap. So I'm just expecting even if it fall, it will retrace from the high of this new week opening gap. Okay. So on my right hand side, you can see it's very near to the high of this new week opening gap. So I'm expecting even if it fall, it is going to trade the high of this new week opening gap, then it will fall. That's why I just hold my trade like more than 1:1. IOFED, institutional order flow entry deal. It means market will tap to this gap, it will start to go higher, something like that. It will tap to this gap, it will start to respect this gap, something like that. If it doesn't respect from this gap, I have to move my stop loss to the break even. Then it should move from this gap, should be respected that gap. Not good, not good at all. The main problem is this buy side liquidity has been cleared, market left some short of sell side liquidity. That is the main problem. Come on brother, work the way it should work. If the body close above this line, I'll move my stop loss to the break even, because this is the liquidity line. If the body close above this line, it means the liquidity has been cleared. Perfectly, it has been cleared. Then it can reverse again. I don't need to get stopped out with some sort of losses. Okay, so okay, my partial limit was not to the top. I thought it's at the top. Okay, it should be at the top. Now I'm not going to move it. If it give me that perfect, if it doesn't, okay. I thought that my level is exactly to that line. By open eyes, whatever I saw. Come on, man. I just go a bit. But why you are feeling so shy? Take me. Middle order block. This order block has the intention to be broken. Like sometimes, very rarely, it works so beautifully, but most of the time, it has the intention to be broken. That means market actually took that low, which is called the liquidity taken, and then it started to go higher. Above this line, body has closed. It means there is no liquidity left. There is simply no liquidity left. If the market show me the bearishness now, it has a high probability to fall for some sort of sell side liquidity if it left any open over there. So that's why my stop loss has to be to the break even, because the liquidity has been cleared. Now it can reverse for the sell side liquidity. I can't take the risk anymore. My stop loss to be should be at the break even, and as you can see, it just didn't take me for one tick, I guess. It intend to be broken, but I can see it's respecting. Very rare. Trust me, man. It's very rare. It's very rare. Most of the time, it tend to be broken. I'm happy as it is helping. It is holding. Let's see. It's very rare. Trust me. Okay, so I took the partial. My target is this FVZ. My stop loss is here. The 15-minute bearish gap. This is the low of the 15-minute bearish gap, as you can see here. This line over here. So this is the 15-minute bearish gap. It can start to reverse from there. As I'm going to hold it for this line over here, I'll just try to trail my stop loss at the same time while it is going higher. So if it come here, then it start to reverse, I'll get stopped out prematurely, or like by trailing the stop loss, I'll start to get stopped out over there. Okay, as this order block is holding the market over here, I'm just going to leave this order block. So I put my stop loss below that candle which is traded lastly, that middle order block. This order block has the intention to be broken. Most of the time I called it middle order block, but as I can see, it's holding the market so precisely, I'm gonna leave that line over there. And the first candle retest this IOFED, next candle trade the quadrant level of this sorry, what that week, gonna put my stop loss below that candle. More importantly, I'm just covering this line. That's all. So first time it will come here, I'll cover any sort of FVZ, market will leave open. I'll just cover that FVZ, and the candle has built that FVG. So I will put my stop loss below that candle. So far, this is the FVG. I don't have any other FVG instead of this FVG, so I'll just put my stop loss below that candle after reaching to this line, because this is the last FVG from that 15-minute chart. If the market failed to go for this buy side liquidity, this last FVG will be the responsible for that. So I will make sure that I'm gonna make sure some other profit, some little more profit. Okay, so something like maybe from here to here, another 5 handle, or maybe there will be a FVG, then I'll move a bit higher, something like that. That loss, this loss is gonna be mitigated over here. For example, there was a loss of 35 handle, right? So right now the profit is 48 handle, 49 handle. So even if I close the trade right now, whatever it is, I'm gonna be profitable over here, because 35 handle is gonna be mitigated, and another 20, 15 to 20 handles, something like that, I'm gonna be profitable. So even if I close the trade here, exactly over here, if I close the trade over here, I will be profitable even after taking that loss. After taking the partial, I will be profitable over here after even taking the partial. So 40 handle, I took the partial. Think like this 22 handle with one contract, I will be profitable over here. I'm not going to hold the trade for so long. Uh, okay, let's hold it for the 1 minute last FVG. What is that? Is the 1 minute last FVG? Is there any? No, I don't have any. So I will go for that. I'll close the trade over there. Can come back and trade this gap one more time. So I have to put my stop loss below that candle that has built this FVG. It has a possibility to trade this gap before going higher and trade this gap. Okay, so while this gap is been traded, this gap has no value to me. If like this is the 50-minute last FVG, okay, so this line is the 50-minute last FVG line. You can see here this candle high, this candle low, this is the 50-minute last FVG. So it came inside the 50-minute last FVG. I'm not going to believe anything over here now. Anytime this market will close above a down close body close candle, I will put my stop loss below that down close body close candle, something like that. Any sort of reaction can happen, and I'm not interested to hold the trade anymore. Otherwise, maybe I would put my stop loss below this gap low. As you can see, this body didn't close above this down close candle, but I'm just not interested to hold this trade anymore as it tapped to the 50-minute last FVG. There can be a long, like long retracement. I don't want to lose more money over here, so I'll trail my stop loss below this down close candle. If it respect, good, it will keep going higher, hit my target, perfect. It didn't, I'll get stopped out over here. I just don't need to take huge risk. For example, over here, Market was there, right? For there, target is 14 handle. Just for 14 handle, I don't see any logic to take that 33 handle risk. Market was here, right? So from there, from here to here, it's 33 handle where I should put my stop loss right now. Just for how many handle? For 14 handle. I don't see any logic over here to hold that trade for something like that. Okay. Instead of that, what I took, I just for 14 handle, I took 17 handle risk. Okay. Logic. Good. If it wouldn't trade this last gap, I wouldn't move my stop loss over here. I would put my stop loss over here. But as it has done trading this, I will take my highest risk. If it is one-sided run, I'll get my boom. If it is not one-sided, I'll get stopped out over here. Simple. So as long as it's not going to take that low, I'm safe. If it take that low, I'll just get stopped out over there. That's good. See this here, then I would put my stop loss here. I got a stopped out. Maybe to the break even, I got a stopped out. I don't need to take that risk. I'll trail my stop loss if I am holding my trade for some specific area. I'll just trailing my stop loss. I don't want to take that huge risk over here. Now I will observe this gap. If the market can fill this gap 100%, I will start to look for breaker block buy. See here, this candles respected the 50%. This is cut through candle. We are not supply and demand traders, so we are going to cut these candles out of the market. I'm gonna use the same logic over here again from the same area, same thing. By expecting nobody should close above the breakaway gap. So while this candle was appearing, I was going to tell that I don't want to say anybody close below the constant crossman. But before even I finish my sentence, it closed over here. Okay, so I mean it came over here. This is something like sometimes shit happens, you have no control, right? You have no control. But I was expecting these candles. See these candles exactly over here, not even a single body to close below the breakaway gap. Why the breakaway gap was important? It was below this gap, old gap I was using. So this gap can be broken, or market can close below the constant crossment of this gap, but this gap should be very strong, this gap. Okay, thank you RA Otaku for writing boom. London close approaching. Short-term reversal now possible. Yeah, of course it can do that. I'll keep looking for the buying opportunity. So here I'm seeing market has cleared that low. Liquidity has been cleared. That middle order block, it tend to be broken most of the time. It tend to be broken. That has been cleared. If it can close this gap 100%, I will start to look for buy breaker block buy. That is gonna be my best breaker block. That has given me 95% win rate almost every time. I'll look for that breaker block. If it is closed by 100%, if it is not closed by 100%, then I will wait to see how this is going to work with this last FBZ over here. More importantly, this bullish FBZ, what it is going to do with this type of thing. Here, I'm not interested to look for sell. If I were looking for sell, what I would wait for? If I were looking for sell, then I would wait for either this kind of scenario or or order block, take sell here. If I were waiting for selling opportunity, as I'm not waiting for selling opportunity, I'm more interested to see how this market is going to react from the last PDRA or the highest PDRA or the bearish PDRA, which is here. How this is going to work with this PDRA. Now, I will actually add the volume imbalance as well. I'm not interested about this gap, but even if you are bearish, for example, then you can work with the order block, whatever you want. I am not interested to take any short of sell. I'm just interested to take the buy. I'll let all the sell go. I'll observe them. I'll outline them, but I'm not gonna take them because I'm not bearish. I'll let all the sell go. I'll go all the buy I'll get from this market. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Sophia, for that penguin and writing down for the boom. Guys, I deserve the boom, okay? I know that some of you are not interested to write down boom, but this is really so difficult to read all of this market with in front of these people, okay? 171 people are watching. Trust me, man, do one time the live streaming, you'll understand. When you are talking about something uncertain in front of 100 people, it's a huge pressure. So some of you can think that why this guy is just sometimes mumbling. I'm mumbling because I'm talking in front of the people. I'm very afraid to be wrong. I can be wrong, I know that, but still I'm afraid because I know people will judge me. And it's nearly impossible for me to be right 100% of the time. So still, please, I know that it didn't give me the extremely boom, but I could simply target this last FBZ from the 15-minute chart. That could be the perfect area. And to get your boom, I tried to hold it. And in this type of scenario, how I do or challenge, switch my, what to say, I mean, the uh, trail my stop loss, I tried to show that to you. Okay, so I deserve the boom, guys. Thank you, Jeffrey. Marcus, what did I miss? Just finished a job interview. How was the interview, Marcus? Jamil, everything is in front of you, brother. I'm not hiding anything. I took a buy here, got stopped out, then took rebuy, and then took the, I mean, sorry, partial, then trailed the stop loss, got stopped out over there. Okay, around 40 handle. If this gap is filled 100%, I will start to look for breaker block. Remember that. Bullish breaker block. Thank you, Livingstone. Thank you, MMMM. Where are you, MMMM? Hey, Josie, thank you so much for writing boom. Big John Viking, thank you so much. Guys, I love you. I love you all for writing boom for me. Hey, Daniel, thank you. By the way, is there anyone who are with me in the trade? Sophia, why is it important for the green gap to be filled to take breaker block entry? Because that is the unfilled gap. Here, if you come over there, market has cleared the sell side liquidity, market structure shift. Here, see this candle, market structure shift, fair value gap, lowest down close, body close candle that has traded the fair value gap. Extend it to your right, this candle has validated this candle as an order block. That candle over here, trade this order block, filled the gap. I want to see unfilled. As long as it's not going to take some sort of buy side liquidity, it should be unfilled. If it is filled, it means it is going to give me another breaker block opportunity. This is gonna be the breaker block that give me 95% winning rate if it provide me the breaker block after filling this 100%. Now, if it is filled by body, that is the best case of scenario. I mean, highest probable. If it just close it by the week, still breaker block, but a bit low probability. Okay. আসসালামু আলাইকুম আম্মা। আচ্ছা বাবা, কি আছে? শোনা, তাহলে শুয়ে পড়ো, আমি পরে ফোন দিব। ফোন চাইবো না আম্মা? ঠিক আছে বাবা, ভাবছি না। Sorry guys, I had to take my call from my mother. Actually, she's going to sleep, so just let me know that she take her med and she's going to sleep. Okay, what I was talking about, I forgot. Can you please remind me what I was talking about? Thank you, Florine, for writing boom and for the penguin. Hey, Wonder with Fong. Interesting. What was interesting, brother? I think it went fairly well. We will. I will find out next week. Sure, man. Sure. I think you will get the job, man. Khurshid, yes, you took that entry, Khurshid. Congratulations, brother. We have seen the boom. Now it's time to boom that like button. How many likes did I get? I never checked it today. I think I have got, okay, at least 109 likes, guys. 169 people are watching. Can you please push the like button? It will take 1 second just to push the like button. I deserve that like, man. At least give me the dislike button if you don't like it. I'm explaining everything to you, right? I deserve that like, man. Come on. How are we sure it would not take the equal low again before going higher? Okay, that is very nice question. Thank you, Jai. These lows you are seeing here from 1 minute chart, it has a high probability from here. If it could take that liquidity, that could be the best case of scenario from here. This 1 minute liquidity has no power to grab that market from there to here. Now, if this market keep falling, then it can fall for this low. That means it's not only falling for this, it is also going to fall for that from the 50-minute last FVG. So all I mean to say, this liquidity you are seeing from 1 minute chart, which is very beautiful, not clean lows, but very beautiful swing, I mean, sell side liquidity, relatively equal lows. It's from 1 minute chart. If you look on your right hand side, this is the 15-minute chart. This is the same area. I have marked that sell side liquidity. What do you see over here? A 15-minute candle low and the next 15-minute candle low. So these two candle low doesn't have any like intention to be built as a sell side liquidity over here. From 1 minute chart seems like the sell side liquidity. So while the market was very near to this sell side liquidity, it was a high probability to take that sell side liquidity. If it would fall and take that sell side liquidity, that could be the best case of scenario, would be more, more confident to take that buy if this would be cleared before going higher. But as it didn't, I don't care about that. I don't need to think about that. And this market went too far from this area, from too far. So last FBZ from 15-minute chart reaction sending the market lower. How far? Maybe this order block, and then it will start to go higher again. Or maybe it will keep falling, take that lows and this low. If it keep falling, it will not fall for this lows, it will fall for that low, which actually previously told that I came to the deep discounted area. There is a high probability to be a consolidation over here, like a lot of consolidation, and finally maybe this market will fall and take that low. But before that, it has an intention to build a lot of consolidation. What did I say? This buy side liquidity is not in my mind anymore. I'm more interested to see last line for this last FVZ. That should be the last line right now, as long as it's not broken. If it is broken, maybe this buy side liquidity will be on the queue. But as long it's not broken, I'm not interested about that buy side liquidity anymore. I'm more interested to see, can it fall and take that low over here? This low, can it do that? In the meantime, I'll only frame the buy because this low is against my higher time frame bias. For example, how do I know that it will keep falling? That's why I will wait for the breaker block. That means if and only if this gap is 100% filled, I will wait for low, low, lower low, highest up close, body close candle, confirm my breaker block entry over here. So I'm not gonna get confused over here. If it do that, for example, this market came here and then gave me this. Am I going to take the buy? 100% no. There is no way to take that buy right now over here from there. So what I will do, I will wait for this market to see if it can respect like this way, feel this like this way, and then build some sort of sell side liquidity either after closing this gap 100% or before closing this gap 100%. Before closing. So before closing, this is the breaker block so far, because low, lower low, and this is the highest up close body close candle. If it can build another lower low, then I would look for the middle up close body close candle to take the buy. Sell, I will let them go. Not going to touch the sell anymore as long as it's not going to close below the last FVZ to that specific leg. It means if this market would love to go for that sell side liquidity, and that for that I will wait for this 1 minute last FVZ above the sell side liquidity to be broken. What I mean to say, if there is no breaker block, market is interested to fall for this sell side liquidity, I'll wait for this market to close below this last FBZ. We'll take the sell from there, take the partial here, we'll hold the trade as long as it will fall. Like, I'll try to hold that. We'll expect nobody is going to close above the constant encroachment of this last FVZ. Because my bias is bullish. If my bias was bearish, maybe I would frame the sell from here, depending on, remember what did I say? If your bias is bearish, use this gap. Either this gap will be violated, market will clear that high, then it will fall, or you will look for the order block to take the sell. So highest up close body close candle, you will look for that. If your bias is bearish, my bias is not bearish, okay? So here, this is the order block. You will count the candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Within 5 candle, if you get the entry, you will take that. As you can see, you didn't get the entry within 5 candle. You have to wait for the the propulsion block or some other candle. For example, this is the highest up close body close candle that has traded the 2 order block. You have to wait for this candle to close below this, and then you have to take the entry. However, the way you would love to trade it. But if it would tap over there, I would go for the sell over here. If my bias was bearish, then I would put my stop loss above that candle, hold my trade maybe until the sell side liquidity after clearing some partial around this area. I would go for this type of sell over there or something like that. As my bias is not bearish, I'm not interested to look for sell. I don't need to worry about any of these things. I am only worrying about this last FVZ because I'm bullish, I will look for that gap to be taken. I mean, how it is going to use this gap. If it broke this gap and then give me any buying opportunity, I'll try to take that buy from here, or I will try to take the buy from here after closing this gap 100% to look for the breaker block to take the buy. Market will fall. I'll let him fall to close below this last FBZ, and then I will frame the sell from this last FBZ to this sell side liquidity and that sell side liquidity, because I'm going against my bias. I'm taking the sell, which I'm not interested, to be honest. But if I'm absolutely wrong, that my bias is absolutely wrong, without trading this last FBZ from 1 minute chart, market is actually falling. In that type of scenario, I'll do that. Is that clear, brother? Oh, Jaid asked me, right? Jaid, do you get the point, brother? Breaker block, breaker block, breaker block. What happened? What happened to the breaker block? Oh, okay. I asked what I was talking about. Body close, good breaker block, weak only, not bad. Not bad, yeah, something like that. Weak only, not bad, but body, oh, awesome, man. I also like this way, man. Wait for the boom. I'm gonna get my boom from the breaker block. 95% winning rate from this breaker block. No, nothing to worry about. This is my best PDRA. I am very much confident about that. Something like that type of sentence you are going to see. But however, today I was expecting good price action, to be honest. Yeah, I know that this two candle is really disaster to me, but still sometimes shit happens, right? And you have to let this go. But the things I have explained over here to this gap, if I would love to use this gap, my stop loss is below this low, right? As it is highly volatility, so I am not able to cover this low. I just covered that candle, not even that low, a bit higher because of the volatility, unfortunately. However, it perfectly worked the PDRA I explained for this gap. That means while this market trade this gap over here and then fall, take that low, specifically this low has been cleared over here, closed above this, I should take the buy over here, stop loss below that low that has cleared the liquidity, which is nearly impossible for me. But even if you go for that, you will get 1:1. Okay, so you can see over here exactly 1:1 you got. And then of course you will hold the, I mean, put your stop loss to the break even, and then you will hold the trade for this buy side liquidity. Even if you go for that extreme, I never appreciate it. Instead of that, what I do, I put my stop loss below this candle low, that candle low over here. And in this case, I actually put it around here and got stopped out. You can see here around a bit lower actually here. And then I actually took re-entry, go for the trade, took the partial, stopped out to the break even 1107. Still I have some opportunities to go for the trade. We'll see, it can provide me that. Last FBZ, this is the only period I'm watching to see if it can hold the market, send it lower to build the breaker block to give me the buying opportunity. Trading in the zone. Study folder, there are two videos explained breaker block, Sophia. Yes, there is. Boom, was watching on my TV, trading view, and could not comment, lol. Oh, okay, you are watching through the trading view. Thank you, team. I hope that you have a lot of understanding about this market so far. Only thing today happened is I was not expecting this market to come to this deep discounted area. When it came to this deep discounted area, it is now like consolidation mode. Okay, so something like consolidation mode. That is the only thing happened wrong today. We are expecting this will fall, then we are expecting it will go higher. We actually got that. We have waited for the new candle at the beginning. We tried to frame a sell here because that was obvious to us. If we could take that sell, maybe it could be a good boom over there, and then we could take that buy however it is. But unfortunately it didn't give us the sell, and it is going to happen the whole February, January, as this is the lowest probable month in the year to trade. You know that we are going to get the good price action from 10th of February, and I'm planning to start that challenge, discipline challenge, from 10th of February. So over there we are expecting good price action. I'm interested to start that challenge. from that 10th of February through our Discord group. If any of you interested to join our Discord, make sure that you have joined through the link. I hope FL Trader Sophia, if any of you are here, just try to share that link so that people can join. It's absolutely free. You will never need to pay me anything for any sort of learning purpose. Okay, that's for sure. By the way, Blue Guardian Futures has 70% discount. If any of you are interested to use that, make sure that you have used the code T2 Wizard. And I also have the like Apex T2T and Take Profit Trader, Tradify, Lucid. We have like T2 Wizard is the code. So if you use it, you will get the discount. Everything else, you'll get that. Okay, and I'll get some commission from there. I really appreciate it, guys. The I wanna buy, but there is no setup for me. I'm waiting. Okay, no problem, brother. I'm also waiting. I'm waiting to see how this is going to work with the last episode. Thank you, Sophia, for sharing the link. If any of you are interested to join, join through that link. It's our Discord link, absolutely for free. Thank you, FL Trader, as well. If this candle could close this gap 100%, from that candle I would be in the buy. I wouldn't care about this last FVZ. I don't care about that. If it could close it 100%, that could be my breaker block here. I would start to look for the buy from this candle. So here I would take the buy. Below the breaker block, wherever I would have the inverse gap, I would just cover that inverse gap by my stop loss by looking for the buy side liquidity wherever I have that. As the market didn't fill this gap 100%, I'm not framing anything over here. I'm just watching, can it break this last FVZ and start to go higher. If it do that, I will start to look for buy. I will start to look for the model. Okay, some kind of variable gap, anything. I will start to look for the model to take the buy if this gap is broken. So I'm just waiting to see how the market now going to react, and then finally I will start to take my decision. I always try to frame my trade at the beginning of the run, which you have seen here, but that was absolutely unexpected. Sometimes it happened, but most of the time what you will see, I enter over here and the way it went here, it will work like that way at the beginning of the run. Here I was trying to frame the sell, remember, exactly over here at the beginning of the run. That sell from here, that buy from there at the beginning of the run. Unfortunately, I will have no opportunity here to take the buy instead of this gap. Otherwise, maybe I would go for some sort of 22 IT model. That would be better. But unfortunately, I don't have any 22 IT model. So why you are saying that you don't have 22 IT model? Because sometimes ago you explained, Sophia, the 22 IT model over here. That's 22 IT model for the breaker block, not to take the entry for me, because the swing high is not valid for me for shifting market structure. It's not a good swing high for 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 entries over here. This is the 22 IT model. I'm gonna use it as a reference to take the breaker block entry, but not to take my entry from here. So if the body close above this gap, I will start to look for buying opportunity. New PDRS to take the buy. Okay, 120 likes at least. Thank you so much. At least 120 people gave me the likes. It's really awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Body still failed to close above this last FBZ. See, it still failed to close above the last FBZ. Instead of that, it has built the buy side liquidity, relatively equal highs. It has built the buy side liquidity over there. Watching. If the body close above this gap, come back again to this gap, I'll take the buy. From here, maybe the plus here, buy side liquidity there. If the body close above this gap, and then come back again to this gap. I will take the buy from here. Like here. Now if it come here, I'll take the buy. If it doesn't come here, I'll look for new PD array to build here to take the buy. My stop loss will be a bit lower. So let's say if it come here. Otherwise, I have to wait for a new PD array to be built to take the buy. Why I can't take the buy from this last FBZ? Anybody can tell me that? Why I can't take the buy here? Where I told that if the body close above this gap, I will be able to take the buy over here, and from there I will be able to take the buy. But in this area, why I'm not saying that when the last FBZ is broken, I will take the buy over here? Anybody can tell me that? Why I can't take the buy from this last FBZ as inverse way? I'm trying to learn these things from you guys, so I'm asking this question. Any of you can please give me that reply? There is no buy side liquidity. Okay. Anybody else? Thank you. Chatur. uh, I'll just call you Chatur, okay? If you don't mind, brother. To me, I need to see NQ close above upper quadrant level. Okay? Sure, man. If I miss it, I'll miss it, but I'm not gonna chase the market. That's for sure. So I missed the buy actually. If it could close 100%, I could take the buy from this breaker block. Unfortunately, it didn't close the. This is January, man. You have to accept that. Okay, unfortunately, you have to accept that. I am looking for the buy only. I told you how I'm gonna frame the next buy. If it was filled by 100%, I would wait for the buy from this breaker block, or maybe there would be another breaker block opportunity. As the market didn't fill it, I wasn't able to take the buy from this breaker block. I had to wait for this gap to be closed to frame the new buying opportunity. Now if I would love to wait, take a buy from old PD array, then I have to take the buy from this gap, or I have to wait for a new PD array to be built to take the buy. Simple. And it has to happen within 13 minutes. That means within 11:30. No buy side liquidity. Absolutely, Sharda. Look, I'm not talking about maximum 5 candle over here. Anybody can tell me that why I'm not talking about the maximum 5 candle over here? Why I'm not looking for the immediate reaction? If you are already profitable over here, don't take this trade. Now, if it doesn't take me, that's just a bad luck, okay? If it doesn't take me, it's a bad luck, unfortunately. There is no breaker block. There is no breaker block. To me, I don't have any breaker block over here. 15 minutes CB above. Is that a question, brother? Okay, no problem, team. At least you have found that, man. Again, it's because of me. I don't have the breaker block. Maybe you see the breaker block, but according to my rules, I don't see any breaker block over there. Any of you can tell me that why I'm not talking about immediate reaction to trade this gap? Because here, if you remember, I was talking about within 5 candle, it has to give me the entry or something like that. So here it closed above this one, two, within 2 candle, we got the entry over here. But here I'm not talking about 5 candle. Why is that? Any of you, if you don't know, let me know that, because you should know that. Even if you don't know, just let me know. No, brother, I don't know why. Then I will explain this. No, there is no relationship with the liquidity to be taken to take an entry for the immediate reaction. I don't know. Thank you, Sophia, for being honest. Me either. I think I was trying to make it one using 1037 low. Please explain. Thank you. Look at this. This candle close below this gap, right? It closed below this gap. Tap to this gap, fall, take both this low and that low. It has taken that low. That means when it is going to close above this gap, I will start to look for 5 candle to trade this gap again to take the buy if I don't have the bearish gap. How long it takes to come to this gap? Just the next candle tap to this gap. So it was an immediate reaction. I was not entering over here because this market still didn't close above this gap. After closing this gap, it can take unlimited time to come over here, as long as it's not going to clear. By the way, I will take the buy from here. Okay, so that buy is gonna be moved from there here. I'll just complete this after a bit. Just a second. Come on, 35 second. Okay, let me actually explain at the same time without showing you the things. Okay, so the immediate reaction has already happened. I was waiting for that bearish PDRA to be broken. That's why I didn't take the entry. After the bearish PDRA is broken, as long as the buy side liquidity is not been cleared or market is not trading another PDRA, I'm good to go for any sort of buy over there without looking for the immediate reaction, because the immediate reaction happened earlier. Is that understandable? So that's gonna be the buy from here. I just don't know it will take me or not. Stop loss is gonna be there over here. It should take me, okay, but unfortunately, it didn't load actually, but you can see here, it should take me over here. So if any of you are interested to take this trade, should be in the trade already. You have to take the partial here, which is 1:1, and hold your trade for this last FBZ. So those people who are trying to take the buy with me, they should be in the trade. Here take the partial 1:1, stop loss is 18 handle, take the partial 20 handle, hold the trade for this last FBZ from 1 minute chart. After taking the partial, put your stop loss to the break even. First partial, hold your trade for this by putting your stop loss to the break even. If you are already profitable, please don't take this trade. If it is your first trade, then join me. Bit more, brother, come on. Take me, take me, take me. Take me, man. Come on. What I have covered over here, the lowest down close body close candle, 50% of this candle just covered by my stop loss. You should be enter over here. You should be in this trade from here. If it take one more time, I'll be happy. If it doesn't, bad luck. I mean, it didn't load actually. Is there anyone who got this trade? Get ready to take the partial over there. There you go. Get ready to take the partial. I'm happy that it took me one more time. It fall and took me. Actually, most of the time it doesn't happen, but I'm really happy because it did this time. Take the partial, put your stop loss to the break even. Wow, actually, I didn't notice one more thing. It's the new week opening gap high. Mm, oh man, I'll take this risk, okay? I'll just take this risk. I hope the week is going to give me the partial at least. Even if it respect the high of this new week opening gap, at least week will give me the profit. I hope so. If it was like more than 20 handle, then I would take the partial to the high of this new week opening gap. As it's not more than 20 handle, I'll take this risk. So let me mark this gap over here. Why this is a buy? This is the high that has tapped inside the 15-minute bearish gap. Gave me the reaction from this 15-minute bearish gap, sent the market lower, trade all of this bullish PDRA over here. After trading this bullish PDRA, it come back again, take that new high over here. After clearing this high, retraced and then gave me the speed. Look at that candle. See this candle over here? Look at that candle. The speed through that high, cut through these candles. You don't have these candles. First time market came here around this high, went through this high with speed. It simply looks like not sweeping liquidity. It's simply showing that I am bullish, giving you the speed through that high, not sweeping the liquidity. Previously, it was sweeping liquidity. This high just swept the liquidity, reacted from there. So it was sweeping the liquidity. It could keep falling a bit more before going higher because my bias is bullish until this last FVG. It could fall a bit more. But this time, when it went through this high, not that high, this high with speed, that gap should be very safe. Now below this gap, I have this small volume imbalance as well as the lowest down close body close candle, which is gonna be the order block. Just covered that mean threshold of that order block. Just for like sometimes weak did the damage. Sometimes it happens. So as you can see, it's just 18 handle risk. I took a bit more risk over here so that I even if it just did some shit over there, I'm not gonna get stopped out over there just because market was wanted to fall a bit more by the week. Bodies respected that, keep going higher. I didn't get hurt myself by that, like the week. So just because of that, I put my stop loss a bit lower over here. Get ready to take the partial. I hope it will give me the partial. Even if it respect the high of this new week opening gap, week is gonna give me the partial. I am not able to put my target a bit lower because this is the lowest I can. The 20 handle, this is the lowest. So I will take that risk, okay? But this time I'm gonna put my stop loss to the break even because It's just trading the high, and you can see just 1 minute left before this candle close. So if it starts to respect over here, maybe it will fall, keep falling. I just don't wanna take that risk. I'll put my stop loss to the break even. If it doesn't hit my target, I'll get a stop loss to the break even. You don't need to follow my trailing stop loss. I'm just working with the logic. It should give me the boom over there. If it doesn't, can respect, don't want to take that risk anymore. Either it will give me the boom or I'll get a stop loss to the break even. What I actually do in this type of scenario, I wait to see if it stopped me out and then give me another buying opportunity. If it stopped me out, then I will wait for the order block to take a re-entry. So new week opening gap high reaction sent the market lower to trade that gap one more time to build the order block that is missing from this gap. The order block is missing. It will come back again to build the order block, and then I'll go for the trade. So this is a new 15-minute candle. I prefer this candle to keep going higher. If it doesn't, I'll get stopped out. We'll wait for the order block re-entry opportunity. You don't need to follow my trailing stop loss. You can just follow whatever you love to do or the way you would love to trade market. I would love to go for the re-entry if I can take. Otherwise, this is the lunch hour. Maybe I'll just stop trading over here. And unfortunately, I didn't get the partial just by a tick or something like that. I'll be happy with that. By the way, no new entry is valid because it's the lunch hour. Okay. So I will just put it a bit lower, because if it would love to really would love to make the order block, I'll try to. You don't need to do that. You can do whatever you want to do, but I would love to put it a bit lower. Like you can see the stop loss is kind of like 6 handle, 7 handle, something like that. So just make sure that even if it would love to fall and trade make the order block, I'm not gonna get stopped out. If I get stopped out, I'll get stopped out for 7 handle only. So I'll let the market to decide what it wants to do. If it close above this gap now, I'll put my stop loss below this lowest down close body close candle. If it close above this gap, or at least above the constant crossment of this gap. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Stop loss. Save here. Either it will respect this gap and keep going higher, or it will just keep falling for this gap. So I don't want to take that risk. I'll have to simply put it over there. But it low. Now it should keep going higher from this gap, or it will fall if it violates this gap. That means it is falling for this area, maybe for that area or that area. So don't no need to worry about the stop loss anymore. Just sell. Previously when it was falling, I was afraid maybe it is going to build the order block from here. That's why I just moved it a bit lower. But as it did it, bearish PDRA has been broken. Just don't need to think about anything else as it is inside the lunch hour. So it can do a lot of shit over here right now. I don't want to hold the trade with even 7 handle loss over there. Either it will go higher or I'll get stopped out. Simple. Yeah. Okay. Still not. I thought I got stopped out. And come on, man. Don't let me fall into the launch trap. I think I got stopped out. It didn't actually hit my target just for a bit. You can see over here. I'm just not interested to hold it anymore. Maybe it will just build the order block, whatever it is going to do. I'm not going to read them right now anymore because it's the launch hour. But overall, this buy side liquidity and this last gap is my target so far. If this last gap is broken, this buy side liquidity is gonna be next target. Whatever it is going to happen, I'm just need to close the stream. I have to go outside. I have to take some photo. However, I hope that it was bit insightful for you guys. If it is insightful, don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if any of you are new. Okay, so thank you so much. Sujivan Segaram, I closed it already. Congratulations, brother. My target hit for the day in new funded account. That's awesome. Let me see what happened actually MNQ, because MNQ has given the 20 handle or not before closing it here. No, just for one tick, it didn't hit the 20 handle. So even if I were trading, I wouldn't get the boom just because of one tick. It missed the target for one tick only. Here, let me see what happened. Yes, same. Just for one tick, I didn't get the partial, unfortunately. Ah, yep. Mm, yeah, that's all for today. I hope tomorrow, Friday, is gonna be another good day. So for today, framed a losing trade, then a winning trade, and then a break even. Unfortunately, a break even will sell. Not a bad day. In my word, it's not a bad day. Okay, I'll give you expectations for PM sessions. Only buy. I'm only bear. I'm only bullish. Only bullish. Only bullish. If and only if this gap is broken from 1 minute chart, if and only if it is broken, then this sell side liquidity, that low, this low will be my target after closing the candle from 1 minute chart below this gap. Otherwise, I'm only bullish. As long as it's not been traded, I'm extremely bullish. While it will be traded, I will wait for some sort of retracement, then we'll wait for this gap to be broken, then this buy side liquidity, more importantly this gap, which is from, I think, from 15-minute chart, if I'm not wrong. Let me check. Yeah, from the 15-minute chart, real last FBC over there, that's gonna be the target over there, that gap. So yeah, so far that is my expectation. I will only switch my bias after seeing the body close below this last FBC. Otherwise, anytime it will fall, I'll try to look for buying opportunity. Anytime it will fall, I'll try to look for buying opportunity. At the same time, I'll be very careful about this gap, which is nearly impossible right now, but still, if it happens, for example, if it actually come here, close it, I'll look for the breaker block again from here for this buy side liquidity and this 1 minute last FVC. If it failed to come over here, fail to take that buy side liquidity, instead of that, do that. I'll look for this type of breaker block opportunity. So yeah, that's also for my expectation. Good morning and boom. Thank you, Jamie, for that. I meant to say about my consistency rules. I don't want to make too much. Lol. I'm happy. I before just closing. Just before closing. If it was not lunch hour, then I would look for the order block to take rebuy over there. It is lunch hour, so not going to take the rebuy from the order block. You see this last down close, body close candle, body will close above this candle. I would look for the order block entry, re-entry over there from there. But lunch hour, please don't do that. This is for your information. In normal time, if you get stopped out over there, how can you take re-entry? That is how you can take re-entry over there, because it was an unfinished business to build an order block. It come back again to build the order block. Now it will validate this order block, then tap to this order block, keep going higher from that order block. That is the highest, I mean, the same buy is going to be happening. In this type of scenario, your stop loss will be also very small. For example, you took the buy from that order block, for example, okay, and your stop loss is going to be just below that order block. So here i'll I'll be entering here, and we'll go for that buy side liquidity around this area from the order block. It is launch hour. Please don't try to take any trade over here right now. Okay, please don't try to do that, guys. Please don't keep wow, Cuba. I just told that not you don't give me the payout screenshot, and you have just give me the screenshot. Tito, especially for you, prove. Okay, so you proved me wrong. You are a good trader. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Cuba. You prove me wrong by showing the payout. Thank you, man. I love to see this payout screenshot. And thank you so much, Sujivan. I just need three more screenshot of your payout from the same Take Profit Trader account. I believe that even if it is not going to happen next 3 days, but it's gonna happen by next 6 days. That means one day you will make just 100 or $150. So in 2 days you will get $300. You'll request it. $300, request it. $300, request it. I really would love to see three more screenshot from the same account. Then if you wanna blow that account, man, go and blow it. I don't have any problem with that. And Dora, thank you so much, sister, for sharing all of your achievement. Jaid also. Okay, thank you so much, brother. I'm happy that both of you are continuously giving the screenshot from Take Profit Trader because it will help other people to get convinced why I keep saying about the Take Profit Trader. Go with Take Profit Trader, use the code T2 Wizard, you will get 40% discount, no activation fees. It's gonna give you the daily payout. There is no rules. I mean, I repeat, no rules. Until the buffer, you have the trailing drawdown. After the buffer, there is no trailing drawdown as well. Keep that buffer, $2,000 for 50K account in your account. Make $300, $400, $500, $800, whatever you have made, just request it. Every day, come request it. Go with Take Profit Trader. This is the most friendly prop firm right now. Instead of that Apex, because Apex, while they have the 90% discount, 80% discount, they're so cheap, you can just buy them to fill the market because it's gonna cost $19, $18, something like that for 250K, 300K account. Okay, it's gonna be very cheap. So you will be able to fill the market with less money. If you are still not well known with the prop firm, then go with the Apex. They are the best for filling the real market. While they have, remember, while they have 80 or 90% discount, less than that, don't go with the Apex. But whenever you will find that opportunity, try to buy one, two account. No need to pay the activation fees. Just try to pass that. Build the confidence. Know what is your lackings. Where is your lackings? Is that discipline, psychology, price action, model? What is your lackings in trading? You will get that, okay, with the real money. It's gonna be best. After Apex, I always appreciate you guys to go with the Take Profit Trader. And Blue Guardian Futures is good for the cheaper price. I mean, cheaper amount of the money. Okay, it's kind of like 70% now. The discount, I think, $40 or $48, something like that. It's gonna cost. It's really so cheap. No activation fees, nothing. That's why I'm just also showing you the that one. Tradify for the direct funded account. Okay, if you are interested about direct funding account, I'm so much trustworthy. Terrify so much trustworthy. Okay, so if you have any other program, you can go for that. But I will always go with the Take Profit Trader. This is the best, 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 best. And if you are a trader, you need some profit. You need some success. You have to choose Take Profit Trader. There is no other way. There is no other way. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for sharing this screenshot payout screenshot over there. And again, those people who are not yet in our Blue Guardian is a scam. You want to buy a new challenge, price is $30. When you placed order in Magic Way, no, it's $48 actually, because they have right now like there is something actually 5,000, 1,000, something like that. They have something. Just study that. I think they're $48. I just don't know. But yeah, it's something like $48, something like that, I guess. Something like that. Okay, so just remember, if you have the Apex 80%, 90% discount, don't ever think about anything else. Buy some account, try to feel your pain, your bad habit, try to know yourself, invest to Apex to find out the best. Okay, like best feelings ever, because they're so cheap. Otherwise, if you are really interested to go for the trading, the best is Take Profit Trader. So either you will take Apex or the Take Profit Trader in the highest priority, in my opinion. Okay, but rest of all, this is your choice. At the end of the day, you will choose which one you are interested. Otherwise, I appreciate, or I actually referred you Apex, Take Profit Trader. Blue Guardian Futures just cheaper. Okay, like $48, something like that. It's just cheaper. So I hope you got that. See here, that water block I was talking about around here, that was the water block. If it was the normal, not the lunch hour, if it was not the lunch hour, then I would take the buy from this water block. After getting stopped out over here, I would take the buy from this water block, would go for 1:1 or 20 handle partial. Oh, still it didn't give me the 20 handle partial, but I hope it will give me that 20 handle partial. Okay, so after the 20 handle partial, I would wait for the buy side liquidity and this. But please don't take the trade right now. It's the lunch hour, so lunch hour is not for trading. It's for like something else. At the same time, if it was not near the lunch hour, then I wouldn't never get stopped out because my stop loss would be here. I would wait for this 20 handle partial. After taking the partial, I would put my stop loss to the break even. It isn't nearly lunch hour. I need to close the stream. I was in a hurry. However, thank you. My antivirus software is not allowing me to go into Blue Guardian sites. Turn off the antivirus. I'm just kidding, man. Apex promotion ends today, so I will wait for the next promo. What promotion is happening right now? I think 80%, right? Yeah, of course you can wait, but again, Apex is always the best because it's the cheapest one. And if you are really interested to feel yourself, to correct yourself, to know what is your lackings, then you have to go with the Apex. They're cheaper. You will invest over there. You will feel the pain, and then you will be good. Okay, and then later, if you can pass, sometimes they are going to give you 20 accounts. So if you can make just $100 in 20 accounts, is it gonna cost like $2,000? Every day you will make $100 by copy trading, and you are going for $2,000, something like that. Making $100 is nothing in this market. Anywhere you will enter, if this type of shit doesn't happen, like just suddenly fall, if it doesn't happen like that way, anytime you'll enter, just five handle is $100. Just five handle is $100. So Apex is always best if you have multiple accounts with them. Then this is the best. Now, some of you are really curious about the Apex rules because they have 1,000 of the rules. Actually, not. Apex has just three rules. First of all, don't trade inside the news time. Okay, so for example, CPI, FOMC, PMI, this type of news, don't trade in that area. Second rules, if you enter here, okay, for example, you enter here, you can't add more while this market will fall. You won't be able to add more over there. You can add here but not there. So you took a buy, you took a buy over there, you want to add more, you can't add here. You have to add above your entry. For example, you took a sell here, okay, a sell here, you will be add more here, not above your first entry point. This is the second rules. And the third most important rule is, you can't do like the gambling. For example, you took 15 contract entry here, and you put your stop loss maybe, okay, you took an entry 15 contract entry over there, and your stop loss is here, you're going to close the trade over there. You can't do that, which is simply gambling. So always follow 1:1 rules. If your stop loss is 5 handle, your target should be 5 handle. That's all, 1:1. If you never close your trade before 5 handle, sorry, before 1:1, you don't need to worry about anything else. And just don't switch from 15 mini contract to one micro contract. Don't do that. So keep going with the same type of contract size always, like 5 micro contract you are taking. Always try to be like 5 micro, 3 micro, 7 micro, like within 1 2 micro difference, something like that. Just don't go from 5 mini contract to 5 micro contract. Don't do that. If you can follow them, you don't need to worry about anything else from the Apex. Nothing. I'm not confident to pass the eval in one day, lol. They're the one day as well. Yeah, absolutely. Which firm are you talking about? Apex. I was talking about the Apex, but before that I was talking about Take Profit Trader. They're the best. Thank you so much, guys. Just make sure that you have used the code T2 Wizard. If you learned something from here, I really appreciate it. If you didn't, I'm so sorry for wasting your time. I hope next time you will get something from here. Those people who are new here, Welcome to your community. Don't get confused by anything over here. Whatever I'm showing, I'm just gonna show you the same thing again, again, and again. That's gonna be the same thing. Not I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna sometimes mark this gap, sometimes gonna mark that gap. No, I'm not gonna do that. I will always mark the same type of gap, and when you will keep watching them, you'll understand that what I mean to say, or which gap I'm actually showing you most of the time. How to look for the liquidity, everything is gonna be the same. I'm just waiting for 10th of February to get a good price action. This is all the bad price action. So it's still in the bad price action. We are doing well in my belief. I'm doing well here. Some days are bad, but most of the days are good. Even if it is so bad price action in January. So thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers, guys.